Cigars and beers. Be happy you can dry your tears. All you need to do is go to ABC, find wine and spirit.
No, I like that. I like the...
I give it the power.
Whoa, yeah. ABC, we're super happy to have them on as a sponsor. You've been to ABC before. It's a great place to buy all of your spirits, all your fine wines, all your craft beers, your White Claw.
Well, if you go to thehumidor.com, you can also get those sticks, get those really, really fun cigars that you like to wind down. Maybe you're hanging outside, you're on vacation, you're just out by the pool, out on your patio.
Yeah. If you're a cigar smoker, then go to thehumidor.com, use our promo code Tom and Dan, and you'll get a percentage off. Also, we give out random prizes each month to people that use that promo code. Also, if you go to ABC, take a picture of yourself and what you're buying and White Claw.
I did it with a listener at my ABC on Corinne.
Yep.
A listener was in there, and she was like, get this. She was trying to decide. She's like, well, Truly's on sale. And I was like, no.
Yeah.
I get the White Claw because that's what I like. And then, sure enough, she got White Claw, and then we took our picture outside. I told her, I promised her if she did not win, there would be a problem. So I'm going to probably have to give her a prize no matter what.
Yes.
But what are the odds that I would walk into ABC and find a listener that was like literally buying stuff to take pictures? So I'm in her photo.
That's awesome.
That's crazy, right?
Use the hashtag TDABC, and we give away prizes for that as well. Plus, it helps us in our relationship with ABC. So, ABC Fine Wine and Spirits and thehumidor.com.
It's ABC Fine Wine and Spirits. Always be celebrating.
Live from the Streamline Mortgage Solutions studio, it's Orlando's own Tom and Dan.
Whoopee!
Hello. This is your Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan program. We hope that you will find our presentation precise, joke heavy, and just right. Thanks.
Show number 541.
Hey, 10 years of a mediocre time with Tom and Dan. I'm Dan.
I'm Tom.
Samantha, our producer, is here. Hello, Samantha.
Hello.
Your hair looks really nice, and even though Butler tried to pay you a compliment, I know my compliment means more because Butler sucks.
Thank you.
And Seth Petrozelli's here on news. Butler is here to do his awkward toast of the day.
You're welcome. Wasn't he out there karate chop or like...
Let's talk about this.
He did the D-Generation X suck it crotch chop towards me in the middle of the street
But
as
what
I
you
was
didn't
driving
know-
up to the studio.
What you didn't know is he's closer to my age, so he's got long balls, and he chopped one of them. So he came in and was like...
He chopped his long balls?
He's like, I'm going to throw up. I chopped my long ball. Right? You almost puked.
Very, very why are you chopping your balls at Samantha?
Why are you chopping your balls,
sales
dude?
guy, dude.
What, you just think we've done 10 years of podcasting and you start sexually harassing Samantha?
10 years.
10 years. Well, I guess it is an X, right?
Yep.
You're supposed to put your balls outside of the pants. That's what you're supposed to do. So you don't hit your
That's
balls.
too far. That's way too far.
That's an HR.
Out the top.
Samantha, is it possible for a guy to be so stony baloney goofy that it's almost impossible for him to actually sexually harass anybody because no one takes it seriously?
That's true.
Like, you know,
Yes,
I feel like Butler,
Why
like
didn't you
anything
run
he
him
does.
over?
He was too far away. He did it from a distance, I'm telling you. He saw me from down the
You
street.
understand we have neighbors around here and stuff.
It was
right?
early. I peeked left, peeked right. No one
What'd you
was
spill in
around.
your truck this morning?
It was like the time I was in here editing, and Lee had pulled that piece of shit car he used to have, and he got out of the car, and this window had like
the one that you paid for his window?
well, Tom did, and I
felt bad.
I opened the curtains just a little bit so I could see what's going on, and I see him drop like a 48-ounce Dunkin' Donuts ice iced coffee, and he drops it. It just explodes all over him, all over his black jeans, everything. And he starts just going on a 400 decibel cursing tirade. And I had to go to the door and go, yo, people live around here. You can't just be unloading fucking curse words because you dropped your coffee because, I don't know, you had fucking slippery hands.
See, I mimed mine. It was,
yeah, but people still see that.
No, they're old.
You stood in the middle of the street?
Yes.
I was leaning more towards the left.
Children.
You were on the double yellow lines,
There's
Butler.
children riding their bikes to school, and you're out there chopping your long balls.
Baldwin Park needs some excitement. So that's fine.
You're welcome.
All right.
You're
Well,
welcome, Baldwin Park.
welcome to the show, everybody, where Butler chops his long balls. Do you want to get out the plugs real quick, and then we can start having some fun?
I know maybe you're tired of hearing it, but tomorrow is our 10-year anniversary party downtown Wall Street. The BDMs got the information about when to show up early. We got a BDM pre-party. I'd like to thank our main sponsors, Streamline Mortgage Solution, ABC Fine Wine and Spirits, and Sport Subaru right there on West Colonial Drive. Sport Subaru will be on location with a car and some giveaways and a tent, so please swing by and say hello. Also for the BDM pre-party, one of our sponsors, White Claw. We got 1,200 White Claws to give away to all BDMs.
Thank you, Bart Merrick.
Yes, Bart Merrick, BartTheRealtor.com. At Home Floor Store helps us sponsor the event, which gives us the ability to give out a bunch of Tom and Dan face fans. You'll see what I'm talking about. They're in the gift bags. We have Melissa Soroka. We have Fairvilla Megastore. We have
EMS Mobile Detailing.
EMS. We have Gringos Locos is giving away one free Double D coupon.
Tony Rodriguez Photography has something in there. The Jim Colbert Show added a limited edition sticker.
We got magnets.
That I don't even think they've given out, right? The
I have
stickers?
no idea.
Yeah,
Tori dropped them off yesterday.
I've never seen those before, so it's like a brand new Jim Colbert Show sticker that we're going to pop in there. By the way, I stole Jimmy's pillow. Suck it, Jimmy. Fuck you. Piece of shit.
So, and then for everybody else, non-BDMs are telling everybody to show up around 7:30. We start the stage show at 8 o'clock sharp, in which we're bringing a bunch of characters and people that have been involved with events in the past and people from the show. We're bringing them up for a little
you may have
little
heard
mini
of a
segments.
lot of these people, like Bob Lando.
Not Bob Lando.
I didn't agree to this.
Bob Lando might be making a return.
And I want to thank
the Seabreeze Quartet, or now there's only two of them left. They might be making a return.
Joe from 360 Images is putting together a slideshow that's going to correlate with Mood Designer's hour-long set, and you'll see what we're talking about.
Who would have known that putting together a slideshow photos
giant pain
would literally be the hardest thing we've ever done in our lives? Like, every time we do these, I thought the wrestling last year was scary. And the fact that I stood there printing out these waivers for them to sign and like getting each one of them to remember where I was running around and putting them in the backpack and like organizing everything. Like, that was stressful. I know you were stressed. We didn't know if the ring was going to be set up on time. The wind was blowing tents over. It started raining. We've got like basically two autistic children putting up the wrestling ring. I'm like, where are the men that are doing this? It's like a young boy cranking it, you know?
That's just normal wrestling people putting up wrestling stuff.
Well, I didn't know that.
free
I didn't
labor.
know that. You know that because you're a wrestler. I didn't know that. I look out there. There's one old man who dropped off like two kids, like a young boy and a young girl, and he's like, "I'll be back later. You guys don't do anything I wouldn't do. Have your cell phone on you." I'm like, "What is happening right now?"
We're like, "Yeah, you sure you know how to put this together?" Like 13.
Yeah, but that's how we met him. 13-year-old Robert.
Carney kids, they know what it is.
So, and one of our guests.
So you got to grow up fast in carnival life, right? You grow up fast.
So one of our guests and one of our little mini segments we're going to do on stage involves Seth Petrozelli.
Well, you already offended him. You already pissed him off.
I did.
Besides not paying him, you spit in his face and shit all over his love, which is karate.
Yeah, I didn't shit on it. I
did shit on it.
I just
you made a mockery.
I just
you made a mockery of his love.
I talked to Seth more in a bully tone on text.
I think one of your quotes was, "What are you going to cry in your gi?"
I was like, hey, we're doing this thing. We're bringing people on stage. stage. I want to bring you up because you've been a part of the show for a while now, and so let's and then I said you could whatever, just you can do a karate demonstration, karate chop some shit out of it.
Get up there. It's like it's the epitome of telling a soccer player to, hey, boot it big. It's like there's more finesse, there's more tradition to it than just, hey, get up there and kick.
He wanted me to do something like a Power Rangers demonstration.
Not a Power Ranger.
You said like
power team.
What's like power team?
Well, power team were the religious guys that would rip
phone books and
you could do that.
I prefer Power Ranger.
And then you come out, and then I hold the 2x4. You run through it.
Yeah, and you're like the power of God.
That's what I and you were like, I take karate very seriously. I don't want people making fun of
I'm on my way to your house to beat you up.
I'm like, calm down, bro. I wasn't insulting your karate love.
Me not take much serious. Me love karate.
I also you spend hours on a show talking about eating butts. And then
that's my.
Wait a minute, that's his hobby. Karate is his love and his life. But
I don't spend hours. You guys bring it up, and I just admit that yes, I mean,
some people play Borderlands 3, and some people eat butt.
Yeah. I did.
I'll give you one guess. I'm the Borderlands guy. You're the butt guy.
I did laugh at one particular text.
I've been licking low. I've been trying. I licked low last night, but then it got a little.
Come on.
Oh,
come
really?
on.
Yeah, it was like,
don't.
I was like, I didn't know. I asked for the dressing on the side.
Come on.
Oh my God.
He did text. Seth did text
properly
me.
dressed Caesar salad.
He's like, nobody will take me and my karate seriously and my business seriously if I do that. I'm like, no one will take you seriously. I don't know what.
What do I do? That's not. I really am not. I'm normal, just like everyone else. Besides me eating butt.
Most business owners don't shit their shoes and then use a magazine to scrape it off.
Right.
That's just embarrassing.
Look,
everybody that's listening, everyone's had an embarrassing moment that they've had. They just don't. They choose not to talk about it.
You've been living yours for 30-some years.
I just don't care. I can talk about it. You guys all have messed up, fucked up things in your lives, I'm sure, but you just don't want to admit it.
I talk about everything.
I'm not talking about you guys in particular. Everyone else listening. So don't judge me because you're probably way worse.
Totally fucked up.
I'm
not judging you.
I didn't tell everybody I shit in my uncle's big gulp for 2 years straight every morning.
It was a Sobe bottle. It was a Sobe bottle.
Sobe. I remember Sobe. That was the gecko. Right?
Anyway,
I pooped right remember that. It takes a lot of talent to poop in a Sobe bottle.
Oh, it got messy.
Glass.
So finally,
be dangerous. That's a dangerous man's game.
I was like, no. Whatever. I was like, just can we kick something or break something? I'll be like, you do what you're good at.
No, on the flip side of that,
can we play
he's
Limp
in there
Bizkit's
texting.
Break stuff while this happens because that will make my fucking night.
I walked in and I go, hey, what's going on? And he's like, I think I offended Seth. I told him to get up there and just kick some shit. And I'm like,
How is that offensive?
I mean,
he takes karate very seriously, and I offended him.
No, I don't mind doing what I'm going to do, but I didn't want to make like a stupid theme song as I'm doing it and dance.
Butler, make a note. Cancels this stuff.
Cancel the theme song.
You remember what you did last year, right?
Yeah. Well, that's wrestling told.
I did bring that up. You were holding pepperoni as your dick, and you had a
beating up a hippo woman.
Pepperoni leggings
I'm in character when I'm a wrestler. That's not me.
I'm not sure.
I mean, that's not me in public normally.
The memo.
So should I cancel?
I don't know.
Because he hired 2 dancers that are going to come out while you're doing karate that have big googly eyeballs and then buck teeth. Very disrespectful. Yeah. And I told Tom, I go, that's fucking racist. We can't do it. And Tom's like, nah.
We're taking it back to 2009.
Yeah, Tom's like, Tom,
did you hear how loud Seth laughed?
That would be fun. Fucked up me.
Tom ordered the fucked up 1940s Bugs Bunny shit on Japan because they're against us in the war.
And I'm sure last year when our audience is watching you, pepperoni pants, holding the pepperoni dick, a hippo hat, they're like, you know what? This is a character. He's nothing like this.
This man's a professional.
I hope there was a kid. I wonder the kid. Even though I know you were still building it out. I don't think you'd already rolled out your traditional karate, dojo. But it would have been nice if there'd been some kid in the audience or some adult who was like, "That's my sensei."
That's why I don't offer kids karate karate.
Yeah, karate.
It's only adults only.
They're
It's
like,
18 and up
this
karate.
is just like Daniel Day-Lewis's performance in There Will Be Blood. That's exactly the same thing. He's nothing like that. He's a genius. Anyway, so you landed on. You told me, hey, when I was younger, there was like these like roofing tiles,
Cement roofing tiles.
cement roofing tiles that that you could break and you could stack, and it's pretty. You know, I mean, you have to. It's a cool thing. People have seen this before. You're breaking cement and instead of boards or whatever. And you're like, I can do this.
What like people do on like the telethon and stuff.
Yeah.
You know?
That's what I'm looking for. It's just like, and so then Seth.
It's
was
like the local version of the Jerry Lewis telethon. They usually cut to like, let's go live, West Channel 2. Hey, it's me, Dan Dennis. I'm here with Seth Pepperoni from the jungle. What are you going to do for us today,
and
Seth?
he's standing in front of the parking lot of a strip mall.
Yeah, and there's a bunch of kids behind you, like with their hands on their
Is there
hips.
a wavy, wacky, inflatable man?
Yeah,
For the
wacky,
grand
wacky,
opening?
inflatable tube
Yeah,
man.
you got the American flag Zubas.
Oakley blades on, you know, a sensible business hawk.
Yeah.
A mohawk, but it's low. That's
But
the
low,
business
low.
hawk. Business hawk.
You have a branded tent, but it's the cheapest one you can buy.
It's a 10 by 10 with like a fucked up banner with a bungee cords on it.
Yeah.
Look, we did it too. We did it too.
Anyway, so you were telling me, all right, I'll break these roofing tiles, these concrete roofing tiles. It'll be a cool effect. I'm like, oh yeah.
No, this is going to make a lot of our listeners cry, considering a high concentration of them are roofers. Because they're going to be like, don't be breaking them tiles. Those are my babies.
No, they know how expensive they are.
That's my babies.
Ridiculous.
So
No, that's what I'm saying. They're going to be upset.
and then through text, you're like, I'll go get them. So because I was like, dude, this thing is it has all of our time, consuming all of our time, and
It's just stressing
crazy.
us out.
We've been doing a lot this week. I don't have time to like get anything, but I'll reimburse you.
And I do have time.
I
know. I was sweating, pissed off because I spent half a day getting these damn towels. 3 different places. I was so
Why didn't you
effing
call
mad.
ahead of time?
Here's the reason that I left that scathing review of that one home store.
Oh, we got to look at the reviews.
No, I already did leave this review, and it just made me feel
Okay.
better.
Oh,
that I
this
did
is
it.
an old review.
'Cause
Not
I-
a-
So you went back to the
So
place.
I went to the
Lowe's to get roofing tiles for
Home
my
De- no, Home-
karate demonstration. These
Home Depot.
motherfuckers.
Home Depot. And they said they had it. I went there. There's like, it's on aisle, what, it was a 10. It was like, it's on aisle 10. I'm like, are you sure it's on aisle 10? It's on aisle 10. I walk over there, not there. Another guy's there standing there. I'm like, hey, the other guy just told me that it's right here, that you guys have these. He's like, let me look that up. Yeah, I don't see it on here that we have it. So I went back looking the whole store. It took me 15 minutes to try to find that one guy.
Where's
that said they had it.
Reggie?
That's the Tom of Home Depot.
Just to yell at him to say, hey, you don't have these fucking things and you told me you had them here. You're the reason why I hate this place, why you're sending me in all different places trying to find it.
That's what they tell you
But
to
I
do when
could've-
you work at Home Depot.
Oh,
just
so
send them
mad.
to another department.
I was so
Yeah,
mad.
yeah.
But I didn't find him, so I just left pissed off. And that's when I text you. I'm like, I'm going to another place.
Yeah.
Mad.
You text me all angry. You're like, I'm wasting half my day finding these tiles or whatever, and I'm like, all right, bro. You know, like
No, you said it like back. You're like, yeah, that's what happens. Sometimes it's like that. So I'm like, yo, fuck off. No, you should have been like, thank you. You're getting these for me.
Well, listen, I mean, it's not like you are ruining your life here. I mean, what else were you going to be doing?
I have lots of stuff to do.
No.
I could have been at the gym.
Me
lifting
sit
weights.
outside, me talk to turtles, me swim, me dream about eating bud,
I don't like how you make me out to be a nice and men type
me eat
person.
bud,
I don't
me
like
eat a little more bud, me snack on bud.
So,
Bud, you're the butt monster.
so,
Yes, it's so.
B is for bud, not good enough for me.
so you finally found them at
Yes.
this. Like, was it like a some sort of like wholesale construction?
Yeah, in Oviedo.
supply.
Roofing.
God,
You
yeah,
really
went
did
to
have to
Oviedo?
drive.
Oh, I drove all the way down 417 from a
I'm sorry.
30-minute drive. All the way
Tom,
down.
why are you
Should have
doing
just
this
sent your
to him?
dad to do it.
In downtown Oviedo with the rooster cocks walking around and all.
Oh, I hate the Oviedo chickens. I fucking hate them.
So what happens now?
So I pull in and I walk in. There's sweet old lady at the front. I'm like, hey, I'm the one that called. She's like, you're the one that wanted to go. Yeah. Because I called her her, I'm like, I'm doing a demonstration. I need to find some stuff to break. Well, she's like, karate? I'm like, yeah. She's like, we're not supposed to sell
you
these.
a ninja?
She's like, but come on down. We'll take care of you. I'm like, all right, thanks. She's super sweet. So I walk in.
Baby, get out of here. We got a real life ninja.
I see it in his ears.
Yeah.
But as I'm pulling in, I'm looking on the left and right, and I've never seen anything like this before. There's thousands and thousands and just stacks of roofing tile. It looks like it's a graveyard for old ass tile for roofing tile.
Yeah.
It's
Those
crazy.
big supply warehouses just have the yard of just supply.
And I go through this winding about, like, just stacked it, so it's like cities full of freaking tile. It's crazy. Anyway, she's like, yeah, this guy will take care of you. Go out there. And I see the tile that I used to break as I was a kid out front.
Did you start crying?
No. Well, I thought it was the tile that I broke as a kid out front.
So, did you have to test it out? And you're like, ooh.
So he takes me out there and he's like, well, we have this and this for breaking. I'm like, well, actually, I think I saw some of the tile that I used to break as a kid out there. He's like, is it cement? I'm like, yeah, it's a cement stuff. So we walk out there, like a freaking 100-yard walk to where the tile is. I grab him, like, yeah, this is it. It looked identical, felt identical, everything. So he's like, yeah, if you want to break it, go ahead and break it. It's cool. I'm like, yeah. He's like, yeah, test it out.
Hold on, wait for me. I want to see you do your ninja stuff.
Let me text Marge.
My gray pussy's getting wet.
So I hold it with my left hand, holding it straight out in front of me, measure it out, take a couple measuring shots.
You know this is super weird, right?
Now this is in a Oviedo.
This is the most exciting thing that's ever happened.
You, an old man, an old lady, a bunch of just random chickens.
Oh, and there's like
a bunch of tile, and you're in there doing a karate demonstration for an old couple.
And
Mama and Papa Gus.
And there's young 20-year-olds that are like, you're in MMA, right? And I told them I was like, oh, that's so cool. And so they're watching.
They only
they're like on the side. There's like three of them.
They're like, hey, karate, you have sister?
The one old rim is like, I know Dan Severson. Old school. Like, you were that era, right?
So I'm holding this cinder block out in front of me, or this roofing tile, and I'm measuring it out. I go, I yell at the scream because I have to scream to break stuff. It makes me feel better. Yeah, I got that power.
Well, also, you don't want to disappoint Marge.
No, exactly.
You can't do it quietly, too.
I swing. I fucking swing hard as I can. Like I'm trying to break this thing and shatter it. Bing! Doesn't do anything. Oh, I scream. I drop the tile. As I drop it, when it hits the ground, then it fucking breaks and shatters. So it stayed totally solid. I drop it. I scream. I look at my hand. And I don't know if you can see. I showed them. You see how freaking black and blue it is and swollen?
You'll still be able to compete.
Fucking huge.
So,
and he's like, and he goes, well, I'm like,
you ain't no ninja.
No. He goes, well, he goes, I meant to tell you. I meant to tell you, when you broke things, this was like 20 years ago, they changed hurricane code since then, and they're like 5 times stronger now. I'm like, fuck, man. I'm like, you couldn't have told me that before I swung hard as I could on this tile.
So they've
How much do you want to bet he did that on purpose to see the big, strong guy break his fucking hand?
I mean, never underestimate a crafty old timer.
Right, exactly.
No, this was the young kid that did that. The young kid was the one holding it for me. He's like, well, we got some other ones that might be skinnier for you if you want. You motherfucker.
Hey, Delta Force, you want me to hold up a piece of computer paper?
So we walked around there were 6 different, like, all around. I tried 6 different ones out, I had him on the ground.
Oh, God.
Smash. I'm like, are you sure this is okay? He's like, bro, smash away. I'm like, really?
That's their product.
Really? That's what I said. I felt bad. I was like, are you sure? He's like, just break it. I don't care. Break it. I'm like, all right. So I'm sitting.
That kid doesn't even work there. He's just like, break everything.
So I'm setting him down.
My grandma owns this place.
I hate that bitch.
I'm setting these things down on 45s against the crates and stuff like that. Like taking like 5 or 6 swings hammer fisting now because I don't want to punch it because my fucking knuckles are like
it's still swollen.
So I'm swinging like, it takes me like 4 swings, each one to break. He's like, well, that one took you 3 swings. That might one be better. I'm like, well, let's try another one. One was like 4 swings. One was like 5. Like he's like, which one are you gonna choose? I'm like, which one was the 2 swing one? We went back to some ceramic. No clay.
Is that caveman ninja still in there throwing a fit?
So my whole hammer fist side of my hand was freaking. It's killing me now too. It's super tender.
Tom owes you a lot of money for this.
So he told me that this one, the one that I picked, he's like, well, I don't know why, because this one's supposed to be one of the harder ones, and it didn't feel really solid and hard, but I don't know if it was the angle I put it at when I broke. It took a couple swings.
Well,
to
maybe
break
because
it.
it
Just
numbed your
one.
hand so bad that from trauma that
maybe I don't know. So I got like 20 of them. And
are you gonna do it? So
I'm gonna fuck it. I don't know.
Well, what are you gonna do? Jump up in the air and land? on
Well,
them?
what I think I'm gonna try to do, because my hand really hurts, I'm gonna elbow it now.
Oh,
God.
That should be safer.
I like how
Hard's
we're
gonna be
systematically ruining.
We're gonna see what happens.
We're ruining his career just by the dumb things that you're making him do.
That's how much I care about you.
You should have
just
just
did
done
the original
you should
thing
have
with the
just-
watermelon.
Yeah, you should have
Oh, I
just
wanted
kick
to
a
do
water
the
balloon, dress up in a funny costume or something.
Why you want to take him so seriously?
I could samurai sword cut a watermelon off your stomach. I could stop it in time. I've done that.
I'm not letting you say
No.
that sword or anything near me.
Wait, like, so he's bare chested.
And puts a watermelon on his stomach.
Yeah.
And I could take my samurai sword and go, "Hey!"
No, that was not.
Oh, we got to do that.
No, I don't. Then I'm like,
Ice right
Literally,
through.
your guts just spill out.
I see my doo doo.
Yeah.
It's bad when you smell your doo doo. I know that.
That's when I just go, ladies and gentlemen, Bob Lando. And then I run for my car.
Yeah.
I get in my car, never to be seen
We should
again.
have saw who could squoze more watermelons, him or Supergirl Jen.
Yeah. Well, Supergirl Jen.
she's pregnant.
I think she had the baby.
She had the baby?
Yeah, okay.
Well,
She's good
what
now.
was
She's
the
back
baby?
in.
Was the baby?
Squeeze that watermelon out. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Let's just say that baby had a grape for a head.
So
I feel
come on.
like. Chances are.
So yeah, we're gonna be doing a lot of stuff on
Everybody
stage,
wants samurai sword now.
well, I can't.
Of course they do.
Here's the thing: I didn't even tell Wall Street.
Why don't we put the watermelon on like Jim Colbert's belly?
Or Blanchard Insurance, who are a new sponsor.
Oh, yeah.
They did ask me when I was filling out the we get liability insurance for the event through them, but which was great, by the way. They're really good. Blanchard.
Oh, so
they
there's
did.
insurance for ooh, good.
Well, they did
So in
ask me.
case
They're
I
like,
hurt my elbow, I can get it fixed.
no. They're like, is anything dangerous going on? I'm like, nope. And then I'm like, just on stage.
How many people are you
normal.
expecting? Well, 10 to 15.
No, I got that right.
You
but-
said no to the thing that I wanted to do that would make it a little more intense and
What
cool.
were you going to do?
I wanted to spray some 151 or some alcohol in it and light it on fire as I do it, breaking the bricks.
Oh, yeah, I don't think
He
we're
said
allowed
no.
to do that on
Just a
stage.
little bit of flame, not a lot.
As soon as you set something on fire, people
Yeah.
freak out. I
Yeah.
know
Oh,
this.
that's the point.
I had people freak out. I've never seen people freak out the time I lit a smoke bomb on the back of my scooter while I was
I was
jumping
out
some
there with
shit.
you.
Yeah. At the halftime show, the Monster Jam.
Well, that's inside a arena. This is outside.
Well, I mean,
It was in the
Citrus
dirt.
Bowl.
It was going to do nothing.
But they apparently, anytime you add any sort of flammable anything, everybody freaks out of insurance liability and stuff. Then when you punch through, your hands on fire. Then you're wildly swinging around. Well,
Did he fall off the stage?
I'm more concerned about the flames just cracking and falling on you and spilling in your stomach and burning your stomach.
yeah.
He's been burned before.
No, yeah.
Yeah,
I
you
don't want
burned your
anything.
entire hair
I
like
know,
into a helmet.
I know. You know what I said after I did that? I was like, won't light myself on fire again. Don't know how, and nothing
Yeah.
good will come from it. I was younger and dumber back then.
Well, I'm sorry you had to go through all of that, but I'm glad you found, so this tile is
Yeah, so
tested,
my
or you
migraine
think
came
it's
back to
okay?
I think I broke one after 2 hammer fists, so I'll try. I don't know. We'll stack like 6 on there and see what happens.
and
How about a headbutt?
Oh, and then I brought it to my house and I did a test.
Okay, what about a headbutt?
Oh no,
You're out of the
nothing
headbutt
of
game,
my
right?
own.
Yeah.
I used to when I was younger, and I'm pissed at my sensei and my father for letting me do that as a
Yeah,
little
yeah.
kid. Because for my black belt test, I did like 6 with my head.
like breaking boards and stuff.
No, the cinder.
The cement stuff.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
That's
That's called. If you do that 6 times, you start laughing at really sad news stories.
Yeah.
I would have done that.
Here's
anyway.
the thing: after the first concussion, then 5 more after that. That's the problem.
I've only ever had 2 concussions. Tom, you've probably had like 12, or more.
Not good. Apparently,
not
though,
I feel better about that because I've had 6. If he had more than me, I'm good.
Yeah,
So-
but
Oh, I know he's had more than you. He had some like right before he left the radio station.
so apparently they're finding out like CTE is like a roll of the dice, and you're either genetically disposed to have problems if you have a bunch of
I
concussions.
don't have
or not.
CTE. I have CTED, which is a little bit different. It means I'm crazy and my dick doesn't work.
It's the worst.
Yeah, it's the worst one.
I've got pills for that.
Yeah, so you shoot yourself in the chest, you pin a note to the head of your dick.
So I kind of did a little bit of.
Are you going to confess something?
No, well,
I have a bad feeling.
Yeah,
about
I have a
this.
bad feeling about this too because you did the slow stumble into the story. Like I kind of,
you know, as
drained our entire bank account.
No, it wasn't that. It was more of a Paul scenario.
Okay.
Again.
Like somebody's appalled at you.
No,
Paul?
like my neighbor Paul.
Paul?
They just thought my name was Paul, and it didn't.
Well,
say
she died, so you're off the hook.
Yeah, but
and you will forever be Paul. Even in heaven, you are known as Paul.
Do you guys remember when I went to that PTA meeting at the roller rink by my house?
Yes.
And
How could I forget?
And I said the story like Tommy and Mac. What reminded me is that my wife wants to take for Fun Friday them roller skating tonight or whatever.
Okay.
And then I was like, oh shit, I didn't tell anybody about this. What happened? But so that night. That the whole school was there.
Yeah.
There was a bunch of parents and the whole thing was like, oh, just come to this meeting when you get to play with other kids in the school and the parents are going to be there. It's like, get to know your classmates.
Sure.
I don't know. And so I'm there. I'm holding Max's hands, or trying to teach him how to roller skate or whatever.
Didn't they have the walkers?
Yeah, and I don't know if they. I know Max and Tommy they wanted me to hold their hands. Anyway, so I'm there.
Of course they
there
did.
was a mom there, and she was like talking to me about like, oh, you go to this school. I'm
Having
like,
a
oh,
hot
yeah.
tub party.
And then
Want to cheat?
Yeah.
and she said to me, she's like, "Oh, you're here." I'm not going to say the names, but she's like, "Oh, you're here," like Tommy and Miss Gonzalez's class, right? And I'm like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Yeah." She's like, "Oh, Cindy is too," and it's good. And they're talking to each other. I'm like, "Oh, yeah, your class or whatever." And so the lady, and like, what do you do? And then I was like, I own a media company.
That sounds rude.
I'm the caretaker of the
I do say that I'm on a radio show once a week. It's a potential girls. They're like, what do you do? I'm like, well, I own a couple businesses, a real estate company, and I'm on the radio once a week.
It's not the radio.
I just say it.
So yeah.
Sounds better than a podcast.
I may be. How dare you?
I'm sorry.
Tom's like, I'm a full trampolinist.
So I listen. I might be compensating from years of bear suit. Listen, it's embarrassing to tell people you wear a fucking bear suit on some wacky morning zoo.
I agree.
So anyway, and then like start talking about podcasting. I'm like, oh yeah, I know all about the podcasting.
Oh, she said that?
No, I said that because she was asking me about what is that. And,
What do you want to know about P1? How radio style?
Yeah, I did. And
You want the full spiel or the little spiel?
And she was talking mainly about the technical part, about like equipment and stuff. And I was trying to just remember what you say to people.
Well, there's a box and a thing, and I'm talking to like a robot dick, and it goes down a line.
And then
I call it the urethra of sound, and then it goes into another box. Then there's a light box, and then out pops. I guess it's a cloud, a sound cloud,
A digital cloud of my voice.
a poof, and then the poof of audio pops out.
So this lady's like, oh, okay. I'm like, and she's like, I love to do. I've been talking to the school. She was like from the PTA. She was like, I'd love to do.
Hold on a second. Did you sign me up to set a podcast up for your fucking kid's school?
No.
That
Doing
would be
another
like him.
presentation?
I'd look
That
on the
would be
calendar
awesome.
and it says Daniel at Tommy's school to set up their podcasting equipment. I'd be like, oh yeah, thanks a lot.
So
Kids would love some breaking demonstration. For kids, I would do it.
we're like, this is a podcast guy. Why is he doing karate with this guy? That guy has no underwear on him. Super ass pants.
There's a lot flopping around over there.
See the fat head of my.
So anyway, I was like, here's my cell phone.
Whoa.
No. I just like you could just text me about the podcast or whatever.
Send me some titty pics and
No. I was just trying to be like, I'm a part of this. I'm an adult now. I'm going to be involved.
You don't need to show nipple. You can just do some under boob. Just pull your shirt up a little bit.
I'm going to be involved, and I'll be a number one dad. So then,
What does number one dad have to do with giving a stranger your phone number? I don't.
Well, no, because it was about setting up the podcast.
So
and the
she
thing.
wants a podcast for her company or what?
No, for the school. Like the school was talking about like possibly
Does she work
releasing
for the
this
school?
product. There's like a PTA, like it was like a PTA thing to distribute
They
information.
want a PTA podcast.
Something like that. You know, it was
Sounds-
it
You
was
need to pay
loud.
attention.
Sounds lame.
It was loud. I was concentrating on figuring out what the Zoom name was. The fucking
She wasn't
MP3
asking
player.
anything about this podcast. She has the hots for Tom.
No,
she
no,
got
no.
his
Yeah,
number.
oh, yeah.
He
Definitely.
didn't
It's not
even
this.
realize what she was
That's
asking
what I'm
him.
thinking.
You're so
No.
out of the game, you don't realize what flirting is, dude.
No, it was not 100% not this.
I think Seth and Sam may have nailed it.
No,
Yeah, let me see the picture.
It was not this.
You have a picture of
It
He's
was,
also pushing this away in case his wife finds out.
no. I actually
Did she have on frog pajama pants?
I brought this up. I told my wife, I was like, I told Crystal, I was like, I'm going to help the thing.
Got this
She's
hot
like,
lady my cell phone number.
That's how it
so
starts.
Get a
then
roller skate jibber.
the text back and forth started like
they got racist.
no. This is
Yeah.
What's the second part? Do you have a snap?
No, but she was like, this happened in Tommy's class today. I'm like, oh yeah, he told me about that. I don't know. It was just like, oh yeah, that's it. And she's like, oh, wait. And then so it's back and forth. And then I'm like, oh, I'm gonna bring. Just let me know when you want the information. I'll send you the thing. So, then the other day, it was a text of like, did you get this memo or whatever from the teacher? And then I'm like, oh, yeah, because they're like, I know what's going on.
Do you notice half the story was that?
Well, because here's the thing. I know what's going on a
You
little
do
bit.
not.
My wife knows majority of it. And I'm like getting filled in here and there. You know, I just want to be somewhat
background.
involved, but and I don't know all the details. So I have a tendency when someone's like telling me something I should know or whatever, I don't want to be embarrassed and be
To
like, I
lie
don't
and
know.
say that you know.
Yeah, I'm just like, that we're familiar with. Anyway, I was talking to my wife the other night, and I was like, I was like, I'm gonna help out with this. For Miss Gonzalez's class or whatever. And she's like, what? Who? And I'm like, Gonzalez, Tommy's teacher's like, that's not her name. And I'm like, what? And then she's like, and then she said her name, and it's a Spanish last name.
Now we're all the same.
No, I
Oh,
just
okay.
Hold on a second.
and this person's not even in Tommy's class. It's a different teacher, and I've been basically
Helping
It's been 2 months, maybe or at least a month and a half
You've been
of
catfishing her.
of back and forth, and at this point in time, I don't know how to break it to this lady that I've been basically
Does it
lying.
matter?
Accidentally lying.
Does it matter though?
Well, based on your...
What she would be like, why?
Based on the way you handle things, I only have one solution for you, and that is to change
Center
yourself on
That's all about my plan. Thank you.
See,
Thank you.
high five.
Yeah, there it is.
I thought it was a
Finally got him to air high five.
Or just ghost.
I think I finally...
was not going to answer
I
anymore
finally
and just
hit-
pretend like I never existed.
I feel like I've graduated from Tom College. I feel like that was my final exam, was to know where you just have to change your number. There's no other way out. There's no way you're ever going to text her and say, I apologize. I assumed you were somebody you weren't, and I feel so stupid, and I apologize.
Well,
you can't do it. You just got to change your number.
then-
Send
Move
a dick
on.
pic.
You're definitely not allowed in the PTA anymore.
well, it's more
And
of,
you can never go to the school again.
it's more
You
of
can't go to the
why
teacher.
why did none of these things that I told you, why were you like, oh yeah, that you just, because then it makes me look crazy. And I'm just because,
Well, you are.
because they're like,
I know you don't
why would you agree, or why would you be like, oh yeah, Tommy said that too? Because I was saying shit like that, like, oh yeah, he did mention that, like something that happened in class, or like this thing that they were doing. I have no idea. I was just saying that because I wanted to.
You're a sociopath.
Whose
That's what they
kid?
do. They lie and
whose
tell
kid
people.
do they
I
think-
wasn't lying. I was just saying like,
You
oh,
were lying. You said Tommy told you about something that he did not tell you about.
Well, no,
Tell
I
me
just
something.
confirmed. I
Bingo.
was like, this makes sense.
Whose kid does she think you are the dad of?
I don't know. That's another thing too. She may be doing the same thing.
Because there's something else. You know what
she
I mean?
thinks Tommy's a different
Tommy
kid.
was there with
Because you can go
at
kill
the
that dad
PTA.
and just take over his life.
She was, but the thing is, and now when you're in elementary school,
But did you say at the roller rink that they were talking to each other?
Yes, they were, but I don't know.
So she knows that Tommy's his kid.
Well,
But-
the problem is no parents know. Like, and now in like VPK and Daniel knows. Like, you know all the parents.
You do.
See, like it's
small.
You drop them off. You walk in. Everybody says hi to you. And when they get to elementary school, you just pull up to the car line. You're like, "See you later," and then they go inside a fortress
There
and
is
then
a
lock it down.
There's a disconnect.
And then at the end of the day, they just let them go and back into the car
And then
line.
you
So
ask your kid, what did you do? And they say, I don't remember. And then you just do that repeatedly until you die.
Yeah. So
that's
no one really knows what's going on.
I haven't been told by Maisie what she's done since she's been in school. She'll get home and I'll be like, what'd you do today? She said, I don't remember. And then then fuck it. We got to do dinner. We got a bunch of other shit to do.
They
And
never
then
remember
I just
anything.
assume she's doing things. My wife says that she looks at the pictures and stuff like that. I just assumed it's okay.
Yeah. So anyway, I have a real problem with. I got to stop.
Do you
doing
want
that.
me to text her?
No, it's got
Would
to.
it make it
I
worse
don't know
if
what to say. I don't like. Oh, this.
Well, what does she need
this
help
whole
with?
time?
Because maybe if
Yeah,
you
what is
just
she
help.
even texting you about?
I think it was just like then it was just like, hey, I know another parent in my kid's class, and then I think parents. And by the way, my wife
But why
already does
Why
it.
do you want to know another parent?
It's like it's a thing for parents to.
I'm
like,
asking you personally, why do you want to know another parent? So
because-
you can lie to them about shit you don't care about?
You're better
my
than
wife-
me.
What's the point?
No, you're better than me because I check out of that. I don't know
You
anything.
can't say you want to be informed to be a part of it because you don't. You
well,
lie and act like you're a part
my
of it.
fantasy, I do.
This is more work for you.
I also want people to think I'm the guy that is involved.
You're
with
a sociopath.
I just feel like it's a harmless, misunderstanding.
So does she still need help with a podcast?
I don't know. I've
Would
never
it-
text back.
Would it help her?
When's the last time she texted you?
Would it help her
Like
if I
last
texted
week.
her and said, "Hey, I'm Tom's partner, right? Follow me with this. I'll take you. I'll take one for the team. You just got to give me like $50 or $75. $75.
Well, what are you going to say?
No, I'm going to text her. I'm going to go, hey, I'm Tom's podcasting partner. I do more of the audio urethra wiring. I will help you put this together. Take it out of your hands. That way you don't ever have to address it with her ever again. Then I'll
That's a good out. That's a good out.
You know what I mean? And then I'll go and I'll just fix the problem and then fuck it. It's done. It's done.
And then you could forward it to me, and I'll just ask her out.
Well, the problem is it was more.
She's older. You're not going to be understanding.
yeah.
Maybe I need to change it up.
I think you do need to change it up. You can get some of those gray pubes.
Oh.
I think it. The thing is like the parents just want to be in communication with other parents.
I was going to say the older the booty, the sweeter the juice, but then I stopped myself and then I said it anyway.
Yeah,
so.
don't say that.
All right, let's take a break.
Not true at all.
Well, wow, that took a turn, Tom.
It's fine.
That's
I just I don't know what's going on, and I should just be like, what? Okay, I'll sit here. I shouldn't attempt to.
You know what's funny
be
is
involved.
you've never fully understood that just by doing nothing, things just get worse.
I know.
You know what I mean? Like by just going, not gonna, and it just.
Well, confronting any problems is also a weak point of mine. So like just it's one of those things.
We'll take a little break, come back and do some news. You want to do the shot now or when we come back?
Let's do it now.
All right, let's do it now. Butler, I'm going to go ahead and give you people. By the way, hold on.
Oh yeah.
Hate my toast.
Well, let's address that. Before we do go to break.
I like your toast.
I'm going to jump in here and let's see if I got them.
I know it's not
we
easy
played
to
one last. We played one last week about Butler's poems. Here we'll play a new one.
Hey guys, it is Josh from Ormond Beach. I just listened to the BDM episode, the BJ the Disability Card. I heard the caller go and call in. Was talking about Butler's poems before you guys are taking the shot and how he didn't care for it. I have to agree. It's definitely by far the cringiest thing you have on the show. And it's always pretty bad. Maybe just go and rethink it. Do something else. I mean, but the corny rap and poem is a little bit too much. See you later, guys.
There you
So,
go.
he's very serious about it, too.
Sounds
It was no joke.
Do you think that we put a lot of thought into it, or do you think it was just started happening and we were like, man,
Yeah, here it is.
that's most of my life is it's happening. There it is.
We can't stop it either. Like that's the thing is that once it starts, there's no stopping it. Like if you think either Tom and I are going to ask Butler to stop, we're not going to because that's an awkward conversation. And Butler really loves these toasts.
And now that it's eliciting some sort of response, I like it now.
Yeah.
Now people are mad. They're mad at
talking
it.
about you.
Oh,
It's got some juice. So here, Butler, I'll give you some reverb to make this one extra special.
No pressure.
All right. Once, twice, 3 times Wayne Brady. Rock and roll 92.0.
No, they got to you.
Yeah, they got to you.
They got to
you fucking cheaped out.
Yeah. I was expecting full rap.
That was a good one. I thought of that one when I was really high.
I wanted the whole. I wanted you to do the whole thing. Jump.
Cypress Hill.
Travis Butler back here. Jump. I wanted to do the whole.
Everybody that was sticking up for you in the chat room's like, that was a shit toast.
No, so you can't
They're
win.
going to turn on you now.
Yeah,
they're going to turn on you now because you didn't give them what they wanted.
Yeah,
You
they
can't-
wanted
You're
the
supposed to
corny.
let them eat cake, and what did you do? You're like, hey, they got in my head. I got nothing. Fucking throw them all away. You literally just threw it in the stand.
Yeah.
I know how to play the game. You just got to laugh at death every time I do the news now. I get it. Well, that's what they want.
Laughing death.
You Trubisky'd it.
Yeah. Here we go, guys. This is brand new music. Do you remember the band Subhumans? UK band? Yeah. I mean, they were super duper huge in the 80s in the UK. They have a brand new album right now. It just came out. These guys must be old as fuck, but they're still doing it. Name of the song is Punk Machine. It's off of their Crisis Points album. We'll be right back.
We got it all planned. Gonna make it as a band. Got a mate who knows a man who can give us a helping.
If you're buying or selling a house, you need to call the Bart Merrick team. It's Bart Merrick and the Better Van Crystal Van.
That's correct. The Bart Merrick team will hook you up.
Does that make you mad when I throw a little shade at you?
No, because I know I'm better in my mind.
Yeah.
The rest of the world knows that's not true, but that's all that matters.
Yeah,
is what
as
I
long
think.
as you're okay in your mind, then you're good to go. Yeah.
That's what crazy people do.
Crystal, look, we're both crazy. I think everybody knows that. They're downloading the show. In all seriousness, though, what's not crazy is using the Bart Merrick team.
Yeah.
The cool thing is that Bart and Crystal are so dedicated to buying and selling homes that if you do use them, you're gonna probably more than likely you're gonna work with both.
Yes.
And the cool thing about that is you have somebody basically on call. I mean, I wouldn't say 24 hours a day because obviously people sleep, but damn near close, man.
Yeah.
If you have a concern, if you have a question, if there's something you don't understand, Bart and Crystal will set you at ease.
Plus their experience.
Yeah.
And here's the thing, like most people have friends and family that are part-time realtors, and you don't want to go looking to buy a house or sell your house with a realtor that does it part-time that has very little experience, because this is a huge deal in your life, a huge purchase.
Could quite possibly be the biggest purchase of your life.
And if you screw up the pictures when you list your house, and here's the thing, Bart Merrick's a photographer, and he does the HDR photography himself to make your house look unbelievable. Like, go on his website, and you'll see the difference with that HDR photography makes, and it makes a difference when selling your house. When you list your house and it has beautiful pictures, it will sell faster. And if you screw that up by having your cousin take pictures with his cell phone, then you could get tens of thousands of dollars less for your house.
The thing I love is when realtors don't even put photos, and I'm like, okay, well, you're not serious about this.
It's them in the bathroom mirror with their iPhone. It's like, come on, dude, take a little bit more pride.
Take
in
a
your
little
work.
time.
And that's what you're going to get with the Bart Merrick team, that experience. I mean, hundreds and hundreds of houses Bart has sold. Of our listeners, go on the BDM page, ask any of our listeners that work with Bart and Crystal, ask them about their experience. They'll sell it to you. It's the Bart Merrick team, barttherealtor.com.
Scumbags! What's going on? It is Sam and Trav with your BDM clip of the week, Sam.
And Trav.
So there's this thing that Tom has with his wife called Loads for Loads.
Yeah, I've heard.
And now there's a kind kind of a twist on this whole scenario. Let's check out the clip.
So we're going on getting back home, and we're tired from that. Like, obviously, a long day the day before. So we're getting home. We got all this shit in the back of the truck, all these things. My wife collected these seeds, as you like craziness. Anyway, so we get back, and I'm like,
the alien pods.
she's into collecting seeds from trees now, and then trying to grow them. She's becoming a crazy old hippie lady. This is my future. Oh yeah,
gray hair.
I'm gonna have birds. I'll be sitting. I'll be a crate. They're like, hey, you've seen Tom lately? He's just sits on his park lounger watching fucking old Crusty Demons videos.
Wow, dude, get the volume up on 12.
He's giving up. Yeah, you should go talk to him. That'll be that. But so we're about to pull in the neighborhood, and my wife's like, "Fuck, I'm so tired. We gotta unload the car, do all this shit.
All these seeds.
yeah.
Got 100 seeds.
And then we gotta bathe the kid. Go through the whole process. And then me, because I've been abstaining the whole weekend because whatever, jack off in my friend's bathroom. Like, I'm not gonna do that shit.
Guilty.
I know. I wanted an emergency.
I can jack off anywhere.
But so
did you see if it was an emergency?
yeah. So then I was like,
emergency jack.
It's been 3 days without any relief, and I was like, hey,
how about you get some of these seeds?
I told my wife, I was like, listen, I'll do all the work, right?
Loads
for loads. This is a newer one.
Unloads for loads.
It's unloads for loads.
Well, I just need to know if you got laid.
Well, you have to listen to the rest of the show.
You could sign up to become a BDM at
TomandDan.com.
That is new music from Setfire. The name of the song is Sacred Song off of their Tria EP. Welcome back to Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan. I'm Dan.
I'm Tom.
Samantha, our producer, is here. Butler is here. Seth Petrozelli is on news. It's 10 years of a Mediocre Time, which is like so weird. It
an entire decade.
And what kind of fucks with me a little bit, it fucks with me a little bit to think that we started doing this. But then I have to kind of, in order to make myself not go more crazy than I already am, I have to apply the logic of, well, it's only been a legitimate business since you left full time. You know what I mean? And that's been 6 years.
Yeah, well, technically, since you left is when we had to make it money so you could.
I wasn't taking it as serious as I do now then.
Yeah.
Because I was still transitioning out of the job. It was way harder for me to transition out of that job than you.
Yeah. I just, as soon as I got out, I was just like, all right, this is my new job.
But that's our personality types. But anyway, welcome back to the show. Again, Wall Street, tomorrow night. We hope to see you. Lots of surprises. And we are wasting a lot of money to give you guys a lot of shit.
Yes. And it'll be a good night.
What happened?
No, I was just thinking about back in the day when that did happen. What thoughts ran through my mind when you guys left and stuff like that?
What'd you think?
Idiots.
It's going to sound like a real
No. Just be honest.
Because when you guys left, I was like, oh man, they're not going to be relevant anymore. Should I really still keep in contact with them?
Wow.
I like that. I respect the fact that he's being honest.
Because I still wanted to have a platform to get my stuff out about the gym and stuff. So I was like, if I go with them, is the other guy is going to be upset and I won't be on them.
A lot of people
these guys
thought
not
that way.
going. So I'm like, maybe.
But you can do both. It doesn't matter.
No, do both.
That.
You can't be friends with them if they're not relevant.
I understand.
You could go up there.
It wasn't friends. It was like, should I continue to come?
Yeah, because because
you're an opportunist.
Then I realized I have nothing else. Exactly.
Yes.
Everybody. I respect the fact that you're being honest about that fact. Seriously, that makes me.
But that was for maybe a brief second. Then I was like, I love these guys, and I have to.
Oh man, that's sweet.
Hey, listen, believe me. Every time I text you,
I love
news,
you. I don't.
It's not because you're your best friend or care.
Look,
like
if it
this
were
guy
up to
will
me,
tell embarrassing shit about himself, and our listeners.
Oh, I know why.
If it were up to me, I would pay you. But I don't. I mean, this guy. If I go in there,
actually, the past few times he's been pretty quick on the draw.
No, but honestly, if I go anywhere near what he calls the puppet master's desk. Then I get yelled at. I've been written up a couple of times. How can an owner be written up? I've been written up, and you know what makes it worse is that he has Butler write me up. So I have to sit on the gray couch while then Butler.
You have your employee write you
right, then Butler reads what I did wrong. Oh, hovering over me while I'm looking at fantasy football, opening the ledger when you should not, writing an unauthorized check for rent. It's insane the way I'm treated around here, but, you know, hopefully it'll get better, and I won't even tell you what Samantha has to go through.
So,
I'm just saying, I didn't get paid for 6 years working for them. Seth gets in here less than a year doing news.
You wanted money.
I've been coming.
I asked Tom about that.
I didn't know that was something you're into.
And Tom said, does Samantha, he told me, he goes, does Samantha have a penis? And I said,
he knows.
no.
He walked in on me in the
then
bathroom.
He said, back of the line.
Yeah. Seems how it works.
He's like, what do
Then he yelled something about Rosa Parks. Then he yelled the N-word. I don't know. It was really bad. It was a bad afternoon.
Now it's whatever you pay me, you're paying you half of that.
Listen.
Probably true.
Don't share your pay stub with her. We'll lose our. We'll lose our. Yeah, he's got a stub. It's big and veiny. I've seen it. Yeah. Let's just say he's got 3 stubs taped together. I've seen that thing. It's mammoth.
Here's what I did realize.
Those poor girls.
By doing this is I looked back at all the other situations in my life where I was pissed about whatever company I work for or whatever they were doing or the decisions they made. I was like, I was so stupid with these idiots. And then I was like, oh, no one knows what they're doing. Everybody's an idiot, including me. And then like everybody's looking at me like I'm an idiot, just like I looked at them like they were idiots. And that's the circle of life.
Oh, the biggest thing I've learned from starting our own business, like honestly, the biggest thing I've learned from starting our own business is that 99.9, maybe even higher, 99.9999999 businesses or people in business have no fucking clue what's happening.
You're just
and it makes me feel better.
And also,
agreed.
If you, here's what people should do more.
What do you run? 3 or 2 successful gyms?
2, and then one real estate business.
Yeah, and one real estate business where you've invested.
I'm just like, what do I do with this money? Put it here.
There's no rhymes. And also, I feel like most people should do a technique I've learned in gambling, which is whatever your first instinct is probably wrong. Because it's probably the opposite of that, what you should do. So you should really evaluate your instincts.
What were your instincts on Lee?
Listen, I don't know nothing.
I blame myself on that, honestly.
That was before I came up with this idea, which is right now.
All right.
I'll be honest about that. I blame myself on that because, like, in the beginning, you can't say the guy doesn't have talent when it comes to booking interviews or editing or doing any of that, but I just had no idea about all the other stuff and the amount of dysfunction there a little bit. You know what I mean? Like, not to talk ill of the guy, but he just didn't fit in here right. So I blame myself for that.
Yeah, and a lot of times you just start doing shit. You're busy, whatever, and then who knows? I really think most people run their business. I mean, we're not Microsoft here. Like most people run their small businesses like okay, day to day and shit. Think about it. Like I probably wouldn't have done a 9-year anniversary if I had the foresight to think like, oh, well, why do a 9-year and a 10-year? Just do the fucking 10-year, you know. But I have too. Like the bad at life disease, which causes like the symptoms are extreme procrastination and lack of planning, and so I can't even foresee a year from now. Like when Tony tells me about some cruise in 2021, I'm like, well, I'll never be alive by then. You know what I'm saying? It's too long. Like I am bad at looking at like a year ahead and start planning shit that's going to happen 2 years from now because I'm like, fuck that. I need to worry about this weekend.
Speaking of which, if you want to book the Tom and Dan 2027 cruise, just go to tomanddan2027cruise.com and sign up. Tony won't be alive, but Robo Tony will be taking your booking.
So let's do some news.
All right, here we go.
We don't have to start. Okay.
99 MRIs trying to prove he's gonna die. The CT is kicking in with every new hit at the gym. He laid out Kimbo with an attack, but the Russian won't call him back. And we all forgot about that fight. Just won't prove for long you're gonna die. From fighting in the UFC to reading news to you and me, you could say he wears a lot of hats, but we'll just focus on his eyes. So hippo people, get off your hooves and put them together As if you narcs don't have a clue. It's Seth Petrozelli with your douche bro news. It's Seth Petrozelli with your douche bro news. Narps.
News today brought to you
Hold
by.
on.
Hold on. You always
on
do
it.
that. Douche bro news. I'm going to cut it down so we don't have to sit through the whole thing, even though it's wonderful.
Well, the last part's the best part, I thought.
I'll probably just cut it down to douche bro news.
Gringos Locos. There's multiple locations. Go to gringoslocos.com. You got downtown. You got Milk District. You got
2 in the Amway.
Michigan Avenue location. UCF. Yeah, there's tons of Gringos.
Are they expanding anymore?
So I bet you they.
You're a fan?
Oh, yeah. But
how many double Ds can you put down?
Oh, well.
If it was a challenge.
Yeah.
Did you do 10?
If it was a fuck it. Easily 10. I swear. I put down 6,
we
not
do
even
that?
trying.
6,
Tomorrow?
not even
Not
trying?
even
Taco
trying.
challenge?
Not even
Is that-
trying. I wasn't hungry. I just did 6 and it was easy.
Yeah, we could have done that. We
I
thought about
told
that.
you I said I would do some sort of
Oh,
eating.
you
thing.
should have done an eating
It's
challenge.
lackluster. It's like a
Well, I could be
not?
sitting in the back the entire time you're bringing other people out just eating.
Who wants to see that?
Well, nobody.
Oh,
but
what,
I
for
do.
the entire show?
He talks shit
Yes,
about
I would
people.
totally do that. I would totally just keep eating
dude,
and eating
Let's do it.
That's impressive.
until I throw up.
You're barfing everywhere. The news.
No, I have to do. I have to break the bricks with a full stomach. Feel like I ate like 20 tacos. Then I'll have to break.
Wait a minute. You break the bricks and then you puke all over Tom's stomach.
Totally. That's probably what would
Are
happen.
you going to take your shirt off to put the bricks on?
No, I never
mean?
take.
Why not? You look good now.
No.
Well, that was part of it.
Let me see your titties. Let me see your titties.
I want to see. I want to see them.
Finally, someone's asking someone other than me in this room to see their titties.
It's not sexual harassment when
It's
it's a
not.
dude.
'Cause the
Butler,
bottom of-
pull your dick out. Let me suck it.
Well,
you
that
can say
might be
anything
too
you
far.
want.
You want to keep working here, you'll let me jack you off.
The fold.
It's not
No,
sexual
the fold in your
harassment if it's
tit.
guys.
The fold in your tit will hold the tile right in place.
You motherfucker.
It's getting you back now.
How much money to
You
let
hold
me...
2 tiles and you say 2
How
double
much
punch.
money to let me lick from one nipple all the way across to the other nipple?
No.
You couldn't do it, could you?
No, hell
Too
no.
tickly.
Also, if I sit with you, I'll be like, hey, you licked it. After,
What do you mean? What?
Well, they come back on Monday. I'm sitting doing the show. I'm like, you licked my nipples. I don't want that.
You don't have to say that. You have to start the show with
You
that.
don't have to think about it again.
Yeah, you have to be like, hi, welcome to a corporate time with Tom and Dan. I'm Dan. And you're like, he licked my nipple. Like, who would do that?
I get
Fucking do that.
The whole podcast would be ruined because it'd be so awkward after that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't want that.
Are you a suck titty man? Are you a titty sucking man?
I mean, I think most men go.
Yeah, but I mean, are you
gravitate
like,
towards that.
you know, like, are
What
you
do you mean,
going
bite it?
No, but not bite it. But you know, are you
Aggressively?
into it?
Yeah. I mean, as into it as I am into anything.
So not really.
I'm not a passionate man.
Oh, there's some titties. I'm like, all right, did a little bit of a lick. All right, and I'm gonna silent
Quietly
come
though,
and
has
go
to
to
be
bed.
very quiet
Yeah,
suckling.
it's like a guinea pig getting some water.
Oh my god!
It's not that.
So your wife's titties are 2 metal straws with little balls on the end of it. Only let a little bit of milk out.
Yeah.
You got to push the ball in to get some milk out.
Yeah.
You dumbass guinea pig.
Yeah, that's it. All right, what's the first one?
I don't know why it's grossing me out for some reason.
The chat room, Twitch bitch BDM says, "Wow."
There it is. Don't talk about it.
All right, some local news right off the bat. This make you sad, Dan. I think made me sad. Orlando lawmaker files a bill that would keep pets out of Florida restaurants.
Saw this. Yeah, Chris Fisher's real big on this because this would probably include most breweries and tap rooms and would probably keep all dogs out, right?
Yeah.
Well, that's all. Wouldn't that only be depending if they're actually making food in house? So breweries usually have food trucks come out, so that would I think.
I just
be the
and
loophole.
this may be weird to you, but you know I'm a massive. You know I take Caesar anywhere.
Me too.
But there's a weird, and I love your dog. I think your dog's one of the most adorable dogs online, just point blank. When I see her like laying on you and shit like that, like it warms my heart. I'm not a big animal at the bar guy. I'm not into it.
I was about to say that. I didn't know how you felt about that because I was going to say the same thing. I'm a huge, like you know me, I'm a huge dog person.
Yeah.
But when I see them all at these places where we're eating and stuff like that, like lots of them, I was like,
See, at the bar or brewery, I don't mind. If there is food involved, I am a little like...
It just gets problematic for me, like even at a brewery, because I've seen dogs fight and then a dog get hurt.
Yeah.
Even over here when it was Caddy... I can talk about it because Caddyshanks is no longer there. It's now Tactical Brewing. When it was Caddyshanks, I saw a big dog like bite a little dog, and I was kind of like, ooh, like, I don't know if this is such a good thing because
that could happen anywhere, though.
It could, but you're also putting them in that environment. You know what I mean? You're almost escalating it a little bit. It's like it's the same reason I'm not a big dog park guy, even though I know they're good for dogs to exercise and stuff like that, especially if you don't have the room.
Because they fight and shit.
Yeah, they have issues.
You can't expect what other people's dogs are going to be.
And you don't know every dog's social aspect.
Right.
You don't know how that dog's been socialized. You don't even know that dog's shots. You don't know the background.
Yeah.
You don't. So I'm kind of cautious on that. But man, this one hurts me because Caesar used to go up to Caddyshanks, and he was the only dog because he doesn't do shit. They'd let him inside, and he could sit on a bar stool because he's tiny.
Because he's tiny, he just chills.
Yeah, and they'd let no other dog do that, and he would just sit up there. So I'm being a little.
I think it's going to be up to the owner. I think it's going to be up to. I mean, if somebody complains, is one thing, but even if they pass us, I think some owners are going to be like, you know what, fuck it. It's going to be one of those laws that are like, yeah, lackadaisical, and unless somebody really complains.
Juan is saying in our Twitch chat room, it's 100% because people abuse the service dog loophole.
That's what I was talking about.
The last thing on here, it said that the bill won't bar service animals from accompanying their owners inside.
They can't. So
people can still use that loophole.
They're still going to put the vest they spend $35 online for, and then just bring their dog anyway.
Yeah.
Same thing what they're doing with the airports.
Yeah, exactly.
But Juan is right when it comes down to this is why we have dumbass rules that don't make any sense is because people abuse whatever you let them do. For instance, like open container laws, right? I'm virtually certain most open container laws were because like they have experienced some fucking bum or dude get shit face obliterated, shitting his pants and falling over on the streets, and then like they had to make drinking in public illegal.
But that's only the thing I don't get about that is it's only illegal in certain places. Other places it is legal.
Yes,
so, what's the issue?
Oh, well, then it becomes certain
Like
county.
I can go to Savannah and I can walk around with a drink at any hour of the fucking day, and it's legal. And how come they don't have the issue
because
with that?
Of money? Because Savannah and all the bars and they're like and
so
same thing
Orlando.
Same thing with Key West.
Definitely Orlando.
But people go to those places to bar hop and drink and
because you can. If you could in Orlando, people would probably come for that too, right?
Can I show you guys something? You know the popular pet superstore called Chewy.com.
Yeah.
Check this out. I'll put it up for everybody. So I was going through here. You can buy an industrial puppy service dog harness for only $24.95. But look at this picture. You're going to want to look at my screen, TC. I'm going to jump to it. No. It's a picture of a golden retriever pushing a man in a wheelchair. That's fucking
That's
awesome.
the best thing I've ever
How do you train your dog to do that?
That is the best.
And how do you grass too? That's hard.
And he's pushing him through a field. That's the strongest fucking dog. That dog
that's
is
a great
awesome.
service dog.
That is a real service dog. Who took that photo?
It might as well be a dog serving him coffee or something. What the fuck?
I love it.
If you want to see the photo I'm talking about, go to Chewy.com and just type in service dog vest, and you'll see what appears to be a war veteran. It looks like a tactical war veteran being pushed by a golden retriever.
We're talking like World War II, or are we talking?
Okay,
my God,
this is why it's the most funny to me.
Jesus Christ!
Because whatever, like that guy and whoever took the picture, like there's probably such real men that they didn't even understand what service dogs do. So they're like, they obviously push wheelchairs, right? What else are they doing? Get them up there. You know what I'm saying? Because they have no concept of anything else. So like they don't know anxiety
You're right,
dogs.
It was a fucking old man photographer. Yes. He's like, service dog. I guess he what's he, wipe your ass? Like,
we can't take a picture of that. Push the wheelchair. Have him just go put his paws up like he's pushing the wheelchair. In his mind, he's like, I guess that's what they do, right?
That has to be a joke picture, right? Like
it's
not. I think the guy.
I zoomed in. Oh, you zoomed in. Look.
I zoomed in. Oh man.
Oh, the poor guy.
Oh, wow.
He's not getting any help from
And
that
then I'll
dog.
go to the measure one. I'm going through all the things here.
It's kind of like a voyeuristic angle, too. It's like hidden in the tall grass. Like,
yeah, it's like
it's a creeper.
Yeah, it was this person was like, this motherfucker's dog. That's his wife dressed up like a dog.
Why is he in a field? Like, where are you going?
He's really in the, he thinks he's still in Vietnam, obviously.
Did your service dog push you into a field? Like he's back to it?
Oh, no.
Help! What you can't hear is the man yelling help because the dog's about to push him into a retention pond and kill him.
You don't see the cliff on the other side of that picture. The dog's about to collect the life insurance policy.
Jesus Christ!
It's the bringing your dog. Like if Daniel brought Caesar anywhere, nobody gives a fuck.
No, you can't
literally
hear him.
Just
He's not
sits
there.
just there. Like
He's invisible.
There's no difference between Caesar and a briefcase. Like, seriously. Now,
well, besides the dander and maybe
and the briefcase, occasionally a turd doesn't fall out on your tile, but
yeah.
or a little puddle of bright brown pee-pee. Because he's
not good.
Well, he's old.
It's the people that bring the
Coming in for a
dogs.
landing.
They're not trained and doing whatever. It's the narcissists that don't give a shit about anybody else around them. Like, it's the same thing with like babies crying and stuff. Like, I understand your baby cries, but don't
you want kids, Seth?
No, that's the only thing that's keeping me hear them on the plane, just around.
Well, the plane, there's nowhere to go.
I love kids, but only my own if I have them.
I always thought it would be
that's
cool.
how it works.
I always thought it'd be cool if you were a big enough airline to have like a parent-friendly like trip where
it's all Fly Emirates does
where it's all kids and then they have the amenities that would make things
sounds like
better.
a nightmare for me.
It's like a Disney cruise?
Not for other parents,
No,
because
I
you
agree.
would, you know, for you it'd be awesome.
Can I get an adults only?
They've
plane?
done that.
Yeah.
They've done that. They've done cruises too, where it's like, sorry,
what is it, Virgin, right?
no
It has
fucking
it now?
kids.
Or it's adults only.
I'm okay with that.
Could be
And I have kids.
it could be
I
topless,
want everybody to be able to do
Options.
what they want to do without being disturbed.
Yeah.
I'm all for
you know
that.
what does make me very upset that they should 100% ban though is when I go to the clubs at night and bars, girls, especially girls, all girls, bring these tiny little dogs in the loud ass ear-popping
That's
clubs
abuse.
and bars.
It's abuse.
And they're like, everyone's like, oh, do you see that a lot? Like, I see that all the time, and I hate that.
We're not really club people, but
because these dogs are just curled
Scared out
up,
of their minds.
scared as shit. Everyone's coming up petting them. It's loud. You can't
And
even hear
their
yourself
hearing
talk.
is a lot better than ours
Yeah,
anyway.
and
might
they're
as
just in
well
there. And I
throw
see
it in a fireworks factory.
I at least see it once a weekend. I see a small dog at a bar or a club where it's loud
bullshit.
as hell, and I hate that.
Yeah,
hate it.
I feel like they do that for attention. It's
Of course
definitely not
they
for
do.
the dog. Like, the dog doesn't give two fucks about going out.
Hell yeah, of course it's for the.
It's the young hot girl's equivalent to the albino boa constrictor guy at the beach.
Yeah.
It's
a peacock.
Nobody really gets. You're like, oh, look at that albino boa constrictor. You're like, oh, look, okay.
Yeah.
And you'd be like, why you have it here is hot, and also
It's not a hot girl though. It's the semi ones that need that to get themselves up to an 8 or a 9. It's usually the 4.
There it is.
But also, no, are they trying to attract the other guys? Because guys don't give a shit about their tiny
Can't
little
fuck
shit
your dog,
I mean,
bro.
it brings the guys up to pet him, and then she could start a conversation if she's not, stupid.
Yeah, I'm okay with, and I know this hurts a lot of people's feelings because I know a lot of people like to get their dog, put it in their truck, drive out to the brewery, drive out to the outdoor bar, and just hang out, with their dog.
If it's cool, who cares?
I'm okay, but I'm also okay though with it just making it so. Yeah, you know what? These are just for humans. Leave your dogs at home. I'm okay with that.
It should, like everything, be case by case scenario because just like the open container is to keep the bum from shitting his pants on the sidewalk, it's like also
That happens in Orlando.
Can you bring
cats every day?
Can you bring a cat to a bar?
That's a good question.
I'm sure you could.
Because I got a neighbor, and I be careful here. I have a neighbor that walks his cat on a leash.
Yeah. I've seen that before. I laugh at that.
No, it looks like a dog. It walks like a dog, and it goes out and does its business in the grass like a dog. And I'm like, that's fucked up. That cat thinks it's a dog. Like
it identifies as a dog. How dare you for shaming?
No, I'm not shaming it. I just think it's weird. Like I've never seen that before because I don't know. So I guess you could bring your cats, right? Can you bring a hamster, a guinea pig,
a ferret?
Where do we draw the line?
Ferrets are kind of stinky.
Yeah, they are stinky, but I like them. They're cool.
It's
dogs can be.
Are you
stinky?
crying?
I'm bringing. I just that went down the wrong pipe. I'm gonna bring my turtle.
To downtown tomorrow?
It doesn't have ear. I don't think you could hear.
Turtles have to have ears, right?
Yeah, see, made you guys think that.
I got some holes, I'm sure.
There's little holes.
But it's just
Well, actually, they don't have ears.
Really?
Yeah,
Turtles don't have ears, but they're not deaf. They have thin flaps of skin that cover their internal ear bones.
Turtle flaps.
Which receive vibrations and low frequency
Turtle flaps are what you call old lady pussy.
They like when you drop the bass at the house?
No, that's why it comes to you, and I'm like, here, turtle. When I call it, it comes. I can't feed them.
Please tell me you say, here, turtle. Like a dainty little. You said that like a sugar plum fairy.
I call it by their names. I'm like, Professor Green, you want some food?
Professor Green.
All right, Seth, next story.
What happened?
Hey, Professor Green. It's me, Seth.
Shrimp got
just
away.
got done doing the news.
I told you one of them got away, right? It overflowed and one escaped.
Yeah.
That happens a lot. I get a new turtle every once a month. I probably get a new turtle.
My God!
You're killing them.
No, I'm not killing them.
You're eradicating the species.
Every time
They're trying to escape from your house.
when it rains a lot, even when it rains, I'm out there trying to bail the water because I don't have an overflow on the pond.
Mm-hmm. Why don't you have an overflow?
I didn't put an overflow on the pond.
Well, have your dad put an overflow.
So literally every time it rains, I'm out there in the fucking rain bailing water out of my turtle pond.
Just get a bilge pump like in a boat.
Yeah, I need to do something.
Well, then it'll pump a turtle out.
Yeah, filter.
There he goes. Yeah, he's flying.
So what I think's happened, they're escaping, and usually I found them like 4 or 5 times wandering around my pool. Sometimes in my pool. It's a saltwater pool, so it's all right. They're not dying.
That's not how it works.
And I put them back into the pond, but this
They're
time
freshwater turtles. It's like it's a saltwater pool.
well, the salinity is so low on it. It's like less than a teardrop. I heard, so it's okay. I open my eyes under the water all the time, and it's fine.
Seth
Petrozelli, less than a teardrop.
That's the pool company's
The
marketing
memoirs.
bullshit.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know. But anyway, this one of the most one that always comes up and I hand feed it was gone. I don't know where. I looked everywhere.
Oh,
all
what
over
was
my
his
dad.
name?
What was his
I'm
name?
either think, huh?
What was his name?
That was Leo, my main one, Leo.
Leo. Fucking hell.
R.I.P. Leo.
Yeah, I felt bad.
You need to get a rat. Too,
And then my
named Master
niece,
Splinter.
I don't know if I'm
Yes.
allowed to say this or not, but I'm going to say it. But she was walking around Lake Yola, and on the other side of the
Stole a
road,
fucking turtle. didn't
no, there was a tiny
Stole
baby soft shell turtle trying to get into the road, like onto the road.
Trying to get into the road.
Well, he was going.
I got a need for speed.
Yeah, he was walking into the road, a little tiny baby soft shell. So she grabbed it and brought it back, and we got it in her pond now too.
Yeah, that's fine.
I think it's all right.
I think those are endangered.
I thought you were going to say you have a swan that you stole.
No,
or
that would
something.
have been.
I mean, your pond, Lake Eola, you know.
Same thing. It's right down the street.
Yeah.
So.
That's the lesbian.
Anyway, yeah.
They're both as good as that.
I didn't mind. All right,
Next one.
He's just going to overflow and float into a field, and the sun will bake him dead.
That's right.
Oh.
That's right.
That's what happens to turtles, right?
Well, either
they
that
get
or
out there, and then they don't have
get
any
lost.
water. They get
Somewhere into-
lost like an old person. They fall into a ravine. All old people are like,
I was out for a walk, and then I fell and twisted my ankle, and I fell into the woods less than 2 feet from a busy road, and then I laid there for 9 days.
then you should be dead. Like that's the way.
If that's all it
That's
took to kill
natural
you.
selection. That's what's supposed to happen.
Either that
You
or-
weren't supposed to survive. We weren't supposed to find you.
The fact that you got this far is a miracle.
Yeah, you were 2 feet from a road and no one saw you. You're supposed to die.
Either that or when I put the service vest on Rocky, Rocky's like pushing the turtle out into the He's right, picking it up. All right.
Go
All right, next story. Eat less
Eat less butt.
Eat less red meat, scientists said. Now some believe that was bad advice. The evidence is too weak to justify telling individuals to eat less beef and pork, according to a new research. The findings erode public trust, the critics say. Public health officials for years have urged Americans to limit consumption of red meat and processed meats because of concerns that these foods are linked to heart disease, cancer, and other ills. But on Monday, in a remarkable turnabout, an international collaboration of researchers produced a series of analyses concluding that the advice, a bedrock of almost all dietary guidelines, is not backed by good scientific evidence.
Really?
I feel like we
Isn't
can't
that
trust
crazy?
anything.
I know,
You know what I mean?
And that's what I was going to say.
Everything in moderation.
But that's what the other side of it says now, is that now you're having research that comes out that says the opposite.
Sure, yeah.
Public is not going to trust either side now, so this
Yeah.
is bad for you guys to say this. And basically what it said, though, was that the science was weak, that it showed that it was conducive to like heart disease and stuff like that, but it wasn't not there. So there was a small amount of risk,
Yeah.
I guess, but just not enough to warrant, I guess, the big
right.
thing. But,
Which is, again, scare tactics. Stop
Yeah.
eating so much red meat. You know, it's like, well, that's not that bad for you.
It
know?
makes sense. But it also makes sense that if you're like obese or like unhealthy,
Well, yeah, if you have other factors that could contribute, sure.
then you
You
shouldn't.
can't just put a blanket statement like it's just bad for everyone. 'Cause
Exactly.
It's not true.
Yeah. I mean, Seth could eat as much red meat as he wants, and
like,
he'd always be
Seth
fine.
has had the test where it tells you like what's better for your particular body.
Yeah.
Like that's different for literally every single person. So when people come out like with these
beef was fine for
research
me.
studies, it's like, well, that might be for that person you studied. But that doesn't mean that's going to affect everyone.
The thing that makes me mad real fast about any of these studies and all scientific the studies that they do, they always just do regular, any sort of meat that you just find anywhere, not like grass-fed, organic, with none of the nitrates and all the bullshit added to it. Like, they don't do any studies like that. There's none that just show like actual
Well, that seems
real.
absurd. Like they should
exactly
try
like,
every single way anyone could consume it.
I agree, and they don't do that. They just randomly go out and just find any sort of bacon or anything from like a Winn-Dixie, just any sort of meat, but not like the good organic grass-fed meat that's with no additives to it, just stuff that you go out and hunt and kill and make that. Is that bad for you? They've never done a study.
Is it okay? Because it doesn't seem like it, but with the so much information being available to you every day, right? Everybody's got a smartphone, right? So at this point, everybody does. So you got the internet, and you can go on there and research anything you want, or you can get any information you want. Has that affected at all people's health, or do most people not give a shit? Because it's always like people. I feel like the government, especially, they put out these like studies and stuff like for public health concerns.
Yeah,
and they're like, "Hey, don't eat macaroni and cheese for every meal because bad." Like, you know, and they tell shit, and we're like, "Yeah, every adult knows that," but some people don't. I think there's like some people that they're like, "I eat McDonald's every day" or whatever it is, and like. Or like the way they eat is so absurd, and I'm like, how do you not know this is very, very bad for you? I understand there are people that economically they can't afford certain things, and the food that's worse for you is the cheapest. But there's certain things like, oh my God, you've been eating like this is real bad. Like,
people are just very.
They don't care, right?
They don't care, and they're like, really. I just don't people don't know. Like half the people that I encounter, I'm like, well, this is what I eat. Like, oh, really? Because I eat this and this. I'm like, you know, that's not good. You know, it's not good. Like a 2 liter a day. They're like, well, yeah, but I eat a salad for dinner. I'm like, that's still not good. You're still eating all that sugar.
And a lot of people just eat and drink for like taste,
for flavor. They don't eat.
Yeah,
they don't eat for fuel.
They're not worried about their health. They're worried about how good it tastes.
But it's always like the people that have like diabetes and stuff.
I'll eat my empanadas and I'll love it.
And they don't.
But that's the thing, and you still that's your own choice then. But people that are ignorant about it and stuff like that, they need. I mean, I don't know. I just feel like it's everyone's responsibility to be knowledgeable on what you're putting in your body, and if you know it's not good for you, then it's your choice, fine, but you should at least know what's going on with
the whole time you were saying this entire story. All I was thinking about is how I wanted to call a fat person who likes Star Wars Obese-Wan Kanobi.
I'm with you with that.
I got nothing.
I saw you kind of thinking in your own little head there.
Yeah, I didn't know what was happening. What? I was like, Obese-Wan Kanobi. Has anybody ever called somebody that? They must have, right?
It's just like
it's a good name. Right?
Common sense. But then I feel like people use this as like an excuse, like where if you're having like 5 gallons of Coca-Cola a day, and then people are like, "What the fuck are you doing?" Like, "Oh, no one said it was bad for me." You know, shouldn't you just
it's
use
diet Coke.
A little bit of logic? I mean, believe me, I eat.
Check this
unhealthy.
out. Tracy in our Twitch chat room says, my father-in-law has had 2 heart attacks, the first at the age of 32, and he still eats about 2 packs of hot dogs a week.
God damn.
That is a lot of fucking hot dogs. Well, I love hot dogs. Like, it's my mom's favorite food. But
2 packs a week?
I bet you I eat a hot dog every 6 months.
I haven't had a hot dog in 2.5 years.
I probably have one every 6 months. It's not a.
I can't remember the last time I had a hot dog.
Yeah, we like Virginia style mustard, chili, salt, onions. Like I'll do that for like a fun cheat meal.
I'm telling you, get the Beyond sausage. It's like a big. Good
I would
sausage
eat that.
hot dog.
I would eat that.
So fucking
a lot of usually just eat the turkey dogs, and then my mom calls me a pussy.
Those are horrible too because there's still additives and
it's tons of additives and all sodium. But you know,
a lot of this ties
pig assholes
to addiction, right? Like these people are addicted to eating
Tracy
unhealthy.
says he doesn't give a fuck, and that's the thing. A lot of people don't.
All right, you don't give a fuck, then go ahead.
And that's everybody's right.
I do.
You know, but I just wonder, like, because
that's a lot of hot dogs, man.
You hear these stories all the time.
You might want to intervene and maybe tell them that's not a good. You might.
She said he eats a hot dog before dinner.
It's like an appetizer.
So this man loves his hot dogs.
Awesome.
Look,
hey, Tracy,
let him live his best life.
Tracy, step up. That's not good.
Could we talk to him? Because I'd love to interview him about why he loves hot dogs so much. Because you know that is weird.
It
is very, very weird.
What's the mentality? Okay, so I mean, I guess
it's addicted to hot dogs.
Like I said, it has to tie into addiction.
Tactical hats like me. Like I'm not going to eat a lot of them, but I'm not going to say I don't like them. Like it's my mom. My mom has heart disease. She probably eats 1 hot dog a year, but it's her favorite food. She just has had to step away because
at least she can be disciplined enough.
Oh yeah, she's very disciplined. She only eats anti-inflammatory diet. My mom, like she takes it very, very seriously.
I respect that.
But she's not. She's also one of these people that says, you know, hey, if they told me I got 3 days, well, I'm going to buy a pack of cigarettes because I love smoking. I love hot dogs. You know, she's realistic about what she likes. I've always admired that. You know, I still like smoking. I just don't do it.
Yeah.
Because it's bad.
I'd be doing a lot of stuff if I had 3 days left.
So when the
imagine all the ass.
God.
How much ass?
So I don't know if it would be about that.
It wouldn't be sex, traveling?
Oh, it'd be about just getting probably bad stuff I would do.
Revenge.
Killing
But at bad,
revenge killing.
But at bad people, not good people.
Oh, so you'd be like a 3-day superhero.
I would definitely leave a big dookie on your football.
big ops.
In your pool.
The fact that you said dookie gives me so much pleasure.
I see a big shit floating in my pool. I'm like,
Yep,
oh, Seth's got cancer.
Seth's got less than a
Finally
week.
got diagnosed.
I better kick that dookie out.
Is that your new rap song?
Kick that dookie out. Kick that dookie out, baby.
Might be
That's
contagious.
just a minor inconvenience. I'll be like, I'll put some more chlorine in there.
You gotta break it up with the what do you call it, the net? You gotta break it up with the net so it clouds up.
Yeah. Then like,
Well, first you're gonna
let the filter
you're gonna
get it.
let it absorb water. Like Tommy's out there, he's like, Dad, I'll get you. No, don't touch it. It's still too fresh. You gotta let it absorb some water for about an hour. Then we'll break it up into dust.
I've seen your mom's dukes do that.
That's how it is in the shower too. You gotta let the shower go and drain.
There's nothing I like better than when I leave a Duke too long in the toilet and forget to flush, which doesn't happen very often. But then when I go to flush and I flush it, it fucking explodes.
It's a cloud of poop. I like that.
It's better. It's just better that way. But you got to do 2 flushes.
Yeah, it's a 2
because I
flushes.
don't want Samantha going in there and peeing on my cloud.
But it always stinks different. It's a way different smell when you do that. It just breaks up and then this weird poop smell particle gets.
I don't
there.
smell it.
Oh, it's a weird.
Lately,
thing.
I've been
Maybe it's
smelling
me.
my pee-pee.
That's,
And I'm like,
what does it smell
gotta
like?
get that checked
It's
out.
not good. It smells like chemical pie.
Have you guys been following Aaron Carter's?
Oh, God.
I know.
craziness
I
on
saw his face tattoo that appears to be Erica Badu.
It's
on the-
Rihanna.
like Medusa.
It's Rihanna
Oh,
with
okay.
Medusa. It's Rihanna with Medusa.
Is it
snakes.
Rihanna?
Yes.
That's weird. Why did he do that?
I don't fucking know.
Well,
because
anyways,
he's crazy.
He took a piss test on Instagram Live, and his piss looks like orange juice with pulp.
Oh, no.
Why did he show that?
With pulp.
Did you just
He's
see
like
the
shaking
scream?
it up.
Oh yeah.
No, he was peeing. No, he peed, and you can hear it, and you're seeing him stand over the toilet, and then he like shows it on camera, and he's shaking it up, and it looks fucking gross. People were just trolling him crazy, like, dude, you need some fucking water in your life. Like, fuck the drugs, just get some water in your body.
The amphetamines coagulated my pee-pee.
Yeah,
It's like mustard.
It's disgusting.
Yeah. And then he got it. So I blame the tattoo artist that tattooed Rihanna's face with
Medusa
snakes on,
Also, that does
on
not
his
look like
face.
Rihanna.
No, it looks like.
Yeah, don't you have any like standards for tattoo people? Do they not?
the professionals do.
Oh, they'll talk you out of it.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
before I got my knuckles done, before I got the top of my
really?
hand done, Earl or Derek, anybody will go like, they'll ask you, they'll be like, yo, you sure you want to do this?
Yes, but
But he's got it all. The tattoo artist has it everywhere himself.
he can
right?
say,
Yeah, but
he
he's
can
like-
say that
he
he's the
realized-
guy that gave the face tattoo to Aaron Carter, so he's gonna do it. Plus, he's getting money.
Yeah,
There's
yeah,
always
yeah.
gonna be a guy out there that's gonna.
Oh,
do that.
yeah, they're always going to be a guy. But
Well, I'm saying
he shouldn't
reputable
have-
guys like
Yeah.
our friends at the East, our friends at Trinity. You know, like
Yeah.
they're
They're
gonna
not gonna do that.
They're not gonna try to talk you out of it because that's not their thing. It's your life. But
They just
they
wanna make
will-
sure you're okay with what
It's the
you're
same
doing.
thing with John the barber when he cuts my hair. Like if he's gonna cut somebody's hair off, like he cut some guy's dreads off when I was in there, and he goes, "Yo, before I do this, I'm going to ask you 3 times. On the 3rd time, I'll go, but I'm going to give you 3 times to think about it." And he did. He asked him 3 times. On the 3rd time, he just started cutting dreads. But he's going to give you the opportunity to rethink it because they're not in the job of not making. They want repeat customers. You know what I mean?
Now, what if you know that the person's mentally unstable? Then I feel like you have an extra because
then it's just
agree.
funny. I would just
because you may
depends
not
on
know.
the person.
Like if it's a stranger, but if it's Aaron Carter and he's got a history of this mental illness and it's like publicly known that he's going in some sort of manic episode or whatever.
Oh yeah, he's having a time, isn't he?
Then it's on the tattoo artist that is tattooing this kid's face.
Business.
I know, but it's just like, what are you tattooing a mentally ill person's face? Like, don't do that.
He would probably claim that he's not mentally ill. So.
Well, that's what mentally ill
So
people
did
do.
Yeah.
Did
He
pass
also
the
went
test?
on a national TV show and said that he was like bipolar and schizophrenic. So it's like,
Did he pass the test? Or?
Well, it did the thing where he breaks the video and then he comes back with the results. I was like, well, who knows what the fuck?
Yeah,
like,
that's bullshit.
No math in here.
according
He wrote
to
it.
him,
No math here.
according to him, he only tested positive for THC. not the other stuff. But you can't really.
But here's the thing: it's
trust
not.
it.
I think people thought it was the drugs, and it's just like, listen, this
No,
kid's
he needs to be
bipolar.
on drugs.
Yeah.
He
Like,
needs to take his
Well, he
medication.
needs to stop taking whatever drugs he's taking and get on the proper.
Right.
Yeah, he's not acting this way because he's, everybody's like, oh, he's on meth or crack or whatever. It's like the guy is bipolar.
No,
Like,
he did
he's
admit
fucking
though.
manic.
He did admit all the shit that he did. He huffs.
Yeah.
He huffs.
Yeah.
He's a huffer, for God's sake.
Yeah.
That's hardcore.
Well, that is a symptom of his mental illness, where it's like it caused you addiction, and you're getting you're doing shit all the time to try to make yourself feel normal. It's just like bipolar. Like, get on some fucking bipolar medicine.
I did huff once. That was pretty great.
I huffed once too. Yeah.
What did you huff?
The fucking
Like whippets?
No, the actual a cracker was crackers. The little bottle.
Were you calling me a cracker, motherfucker?
It's a cracker bottle,
Beat
so
'em
you
up,
get a
kid.
CO2. You get the CO.
It's a
CO2
whippet.
thing.
Yeah.
Whip
Yeah.
it. But it's actual device
Oh.
that it was made for huffing though.
Yes,
So,
yeah,
Oh my
yeah.
God.
Crack
Oh,
it, and
yeah.
it's like,
No,
I've seen Steve-O talk about that.
No, huffing and whippets are different.
Yeah, they are different.
Well, huffing paint and shit.
I've
That's
huffed
what-
paint.
Yeah, no. This is like a
Yeah.
cracker bottle where you put like a silver. I think
I just did it out of a rag.
Yeah, it's a CO2 cartridge.
Yeah, CO2 cartridge. You crack it, as what's called a cracker. Then you just press a button. It goes. It shoots the whole fucking cartridge.
Ooh.
Oh, well, that's a whippet.
Man, I was like,
That's what Steve-O was doing.
I've done
Yeah,
whippets
it's just
before. I saw a guy do so many whippets he fell through a glass table. That was
I've seen a lot of people.
Yeah, you
pass
go-
out.
Yeah.
I did it one
It'll
time when I
get
was
you.
like 18, 19 years old, and it felt good. But then I was like, oh, this is so
Yeah,
fucking
Jay's
That shit's
right in
terrible.
our chat room. Like when I've done whippets, I'll do one, and it's like,
God, come down.
Yeah,
Butler.
yeah, and you're just
Then it
like,
goes away, yeah.
I can't tell. Here's the bad part. I can't tell you that I didn't enjoy it.
Well, yeah,
Well,
there's
I
a
said
reason
the
why
same
you
thing,
didn't do
yeah.
it.
Yeah, you
If
know,
it hurt you
it's
and
the
it was
same thing
horrible,
with
it wouldn't be
ecstasy. Like when
popular.
people ask me, they're like, "You've done ecstasy?" I'm like, "Yeah, I did a lot." And they're like, "Did you like it?" I was like, "Yeah."
yeah.
I've never
next-
done it, and I want to do
The next
it.
day I didn't. But
But now I'm
I did.
afraid to do it because I'm afraid it's going to cut with other shit.
You can
You
get
got to have the dealer
pure
tested in
stuff.
front of you, like I did.
I don't know any. Well, I could probably
I'm
Which,
sure
which
there's
makes me
someone-
laugh.
find a
'cause I'm
dealer,
like,
but I don't
even know what you're doing.
That's the thing. I don't
Like,
want to deal with it. Give me the medical stuff.
Yeah, you can.
Right?
You can get probably medical grade MDMA.
That's what I want.
I'll just do some
somewhere,
mushrooms. You'd be fine.
on the black. On
Yeah.
the,
Try it Saturday
Dark
night,
web.
the event.
you got
Do we have time for one or two
yeah,
more?
Yeah, probably one more.
Okay, I'll get to mine.
No, God.
Okay, here we go.
No, I'm good at this one.
Okay.
Everybody breathe in. Let's take the good shit in.
If
shit
you don't see the comedy and this irony, then I'm sorry, you're dead inside.
If you're prefacing, if you're prefacing
this
and
is way
explaining,
worse.
yeah.
A man gored by a bison sees his date undergo the same fate months later. A man who was gored by a bison in June took a date back to the same exact place, only for her to also be attacked and gored.
Do bison have horns?
Yes.
Fuck yeah, they do.
Okay. For whatever reason, I'm imagining bison not having horns like
I don't
Oregon
even
Trail.
think, I mean, it's like I don't care anymore. I don't even think I know what a bison is.
Really?
Big ass.
Bison
Is that like a buffalo?
Yeah, look,
like a buffalo? Yeah.
Kind of, yeah.
It's a bison.
They
That
basically
looks like
They
a
have all
buffalo.
they have all
They
the
basically
they have all the
look the same.
dingleberries stuck to their butts all the time because they fucking have so much hair. That's like a thing for them.
So where was he at?
Let me tell you. Kyler Bourgeau brought Kylie Davis to the same trail at a state park in Utah with plans to watch the sunset. But when Miss Davis ran a little ahead, she ended up alone with a bison who charged and flipped her into the air, goring her. She sustained a broken ankle from the goring and a leg wound. She didn't die, so it's okay.
Yeah, he's
So
all
it
right.
flipped her.
It flipped her like
a rodeo clown.
Like a rodeo clown.
Like, America's Funniest
gored her
Home
as she
Videos.
did it.
God damn.
She sustained a broken ankle from the goring and a leg wound in the earlier attack.
That'll dirty your white capri pants. Flipping through the air
Yeah.
trying to watch the sunset.
And imagine you're on a little bit of THC. You're very calm. You're waiting to
you
see the
had a
sunset.
champagne spritzer.
Yeah, and then some fucking bison charges you and like
you go flip it, and then you land, and then one of your titties falls out of your 369 blouse. You know, like,
I want to know why she ran a little ahead. Like it just, you're with somebody, you stay close to them as the bison all around. She's probably like,
I'm a big fan.
He's bison.
I'm a big fan of girls that are dressed up to go out when they slip and fall and a titty falls out. Like, I'm a big fan of one titty
So
out.
this is the same place that the guy got gored.
Yeah, in the earlier attack, he suffered a cracked rib and a collapsed lung. So it was a little worse. And then it said
Should have carried a gun when the thing starts charging. Just unload it right into its snoot.
So the guy, he's 30. He faced a similar situation when he was gored months earlier. He had reached the summit of the park's highest point, a familiar trail for him, when he saw 2 bison as he came over the ridge. I couldn't see them until I was too close to them. I turned around immediately, and one of them got a few steps away before one of them charged at me.
So
we're not agile enough to move out of the way.
If you knew what you're doing, you got to distract one way and get, like a juke. Like the bison's running
you
forward.
You got to give it the Saquon.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So he said that the bison's horned as they charged at him, gored him under his hip and his armpit, fracturing a rib and then collapsing his lung. Then the animal trampled on him and kicked him in his head. So like to add insult to injury, it's like
they love that.
They danced on him.
I mean, the bison are fucking gigantic.
They'll hoof you good.
Yeah. Like every once in a while you'll see those bullfighters, like the one that got a horn up the ass.
I like that happens.
He got a horn up his butthole, right?
Yeah, right up the
butthole.
I think it made him a new butthole.
And his pants are so tight you can see his butt clenched, and then it was a still shot, and it's horribly graphic.
It's horribly graphic.
Yeah, and you're like, wow, this guy, because it's not like this destroyed his internal organs. You're like ripped. It's not.
I don't get upset when I see that because they're literally going there to kill.
It's not an innocent.
For people to watch
that's why we can laugh at it.
Event. They're watching them stab them brutally, and it's like, well, when you get stabbed,
the fact that hasn't ended yet,
they're just trying to defend themselves.
What do they say? If you're gonna run with the bulls, you might get the horns, or something like that.
If you mess with the bulls, you get the horns.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying.
No, that's from the Breakfast Club, but
right up the ass.
Yeah, but I mean,
you're nothing but 80s.
There's a lot. There's a lot of guys though that fall from fork cranes and shit that. Like your ass is susceptible to mostly bull horns and fence posts.
Rebar.
A rebar go right up the ass.
And he's thick.
I almost feel like our ass should have come with some sort of a.
Or your underwear have a plate in it. It's just a butthole plate.
Yeah, a butthole
chastity belt, right?
Yeah, just to.
Well, that's gonna then I want to fuck my wife, and I don't remember the combination. I'm trying to fuck my wife, and I'm banging it with a hammer.
If he gored my
shit all the time,
then I'm pissing in it. It's coming out the leg holes. It's a mess.
If he gored my cheeks, I feel like it'd be less painful.
That's worse.
Right?
No, that's worse.
Gorge
because your face is seen. I'd rather my asshole be gored.
No, the horn is big. That's gonna go with your.
No, not my face cheeks, my butt cheeks. I'm saying
you pointed at your face.
Yeah, you pointed at your face.
Did you forget where your ass is? You're like doo-doo comes out of my mouth. I'm an idiot.
I'm just saying.
Ass would hurt so
it's
bad.
the sensitive ass part, like the cheeks. Anyone on the side, give me a shoulder.
My cheeks are not sensitive. You guys could literally shoot a gun through both my cheeks, and I would be like, "What? Someone here?" I think someone's at the door.
I'm telling you, it hurts, man. I thought so too, but when I got the tattoo down there, it hurts.
Did it hurt?
That was the worst part.
The Japanese diaper?
Did you get it on your butthole?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, but on the very.
Did you go
bottom
into
part.
your cheeks?
A little, yeah.
Yeah?
I mean, not all the way.
I bet
in,
it looks weird when you shit because it's like a painting with turds coming out.
it's like the ocean. It's like the ocean waves are shitting.
Yeah, like what the fuck is happening right now?
Have you guys seen that video?
This painting is shitting everywhere.
Because now, with everybody's got GoPros and video and everything, hunters are starting to come out with videos of animal attacks. And did you see that one hunter? I'm not sure what state this was, but it was a grizzly bear, charged him.
Oh, yeah.
And he was trying to get his bear mace out, and he was like, and then that motherfucker, because you could see he was having a GoPro on, and it was terrifying. This bear was fucking no joke, charging at him fast, and then when you see a muscular ass animal like a grizzly bear charging you with all its might, it is fucking scary.
Was it the Kodiak bear? Was it this one?
Yeah. It was. I think it was it was a Kodiak bear, which it's the same thing as
I don't
a grizzly
know if this
bear,
is
right?
it.
Massive bear.
Kodak's like the big mean one.
Yeah.
Okay, so
It's like the dip.
Alaska, only.
It didn't. I think it may have bit him a little bit.
I like how they put country music in the background.
This is not the video. I don't think.
Oh, this isn't it? They killed that bear.
No. This guy.
You just made it down.
This guy had a bow. He was bow hunting.
Oh, I got that one.
Yeah, it was the bow hunting guy. It's just.
Is it this one right here?
Wait, did he actually end up killing it, or did the bear?
No, he got away.
Was it this one?
Yeah,
Good. The bear got away.
So he's trying to be quiet
I've
first.
seen this, yeah.
Yeah. He's getting his bow and arrow out.
He's got like a fucking old. What'd you buy that at Roses?
Yeah.
He bought his fucking bow and arrow at a goddamn convenience store.
This bear sees this
Bear in its
motherfucker,
ass.
and he's gonna.
Oh shit!
Like, because imagine how much you'd be shitting your pants once he starts running at him.
Take that.
Dude, how terrifying is that?
At the end, he just
Dude, I
goes,
didn't like
oh,
that.
God.
It's like his GoPro's blinking.
Oh,
That's a
he's
turtle.
dead.
That's a turtle ponder.
No, he didn't die. Apparently, the bear it knocked him over. It may have been him.
I can't believe the bear just left after that. Why wouldn't he just tear him apart?
Because I don't think that was
He didn't
his
want to eat him.
intention.
He was just like, get the fuck out of my face, bro.
He tried to do what they tell
How
you
old
to
is
do.
that old man?
Yeah.
Should have shot him a long time ago.
I should have shot him a long time ago.
Scare me, that guy.
Is he like a Canadian hillbilly?
Yeah. Oh, there's a.
I should have shot him a long time ago.
By the way, I'm virtually certain that skinny arrow, unless you place it into his heart,
that would have thing like piss him off. It would have and sort of bounce off his hard skull.
Yeah. Like that is terrifying when an animal that big.
By the way, if you talk like this,
going to kill you.
I died a long time ago. You're no match for a bear.
Dude,
sorry.
No. Remember when they did that?
Died a long time ago.
They did that show. I Shouldn't Be Alive, and it was just dudes like telling the story, or the women, people telling their story about near-death experiences. And there was a hunter that got attacked by a bear, and when he describes what the bear did to him and shit, you're like, oh my god, because it attacked him. He tried to shoot it, and it knocked, and then it started mauling him, and then it had its mouth over his entire head, and it was just like munching on it,
like a chew toy.
Yeah, and his eyes is bleeding, and then he's just like sitting there, and he could feel the breath. It was like, and like this gigantic beast.
That's how my wife and I have sex.
Holy shit! You were sitting there. The bear has your head in its mouth, and you could feel its hot
bear breath.
snoot breath. Like,
can you imagine the pressure just compressing?
I always thought it'd be funny to have that show. I Shouldn't Be Alive, but just normal people, where they're just like, I shouldn't be alive.
I was shooting needles.
Have you ever had anything traumatic? You ever had a near-death experience? No, but I shouldn't be alive because I don't do nothing. I don't do no good.
Yeah.
I'm fucking bad. I'm a bad person.
Yeah. But has anybody
I have
here
unprotected sex every weekend? I should have caught something way a long time ago.
Has anybody here been attacked by any animal? Dog,
pit bull.
Pit bull?
I get bit by a pit bull when I
trying to
was. Let's call my mom. We haven't done that in a minute.
I got attacked by a chicken at a petting zoo.
Of course it is.
I had a bird bite my finger when I was trying to feed alligators at Gatorland with hot dogs.
No, related.
Damn,
like
Sam.
a randomly rando bird just flew down.
My 3 foot
It was like one
iguana.
of those water birds, the big, tall ones,
That is by far the most redneck description I've ever heard.
That's pretty redneck.
It's true.
Hopefully she answers.
I saw a crab attack my dad.
Hey, Mama, you're on the show.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, we haven't called you in a minute because people said they got tired of me calling my mom. So I gave it a breath of fresh air. I gave it a minute, and then I figured I'd give you a buzz.
10 years.
We're talking about animal attacks. It is the 10-year anniversary of
And
A
hot
Mediocre
dogs.
Time with Tom and Dan, and I got to thank you for your support of the show.
You're more than welcome.
So do you remember when I got attacked by the pit bull?
Yes,
And you hurt that dog, did you not?
I did.
Tell Tom what you did.
We had a screen door and a front door, and Dan Lee went out right. He was right in the sidewalk, right in front. And I heard him screaming, and I went into the living room to see what was happening. And he was flying in the house as fast as he could, and he shut the door, and this big pit bull.
It had my leg.
Yeah, you pulled it away, but he got he jumped on the screen. He weighed enough to actually have come through it, but he didn't. But when he did that, he growled and started again, and I just opened the door and slammed him flat up against the wall as hard as I could.
She wedged the dog between. I remember this. It's very vivid. She wedged the dog, the screen door. So the screen door's here, the dog's in between, and then she wedged him between the door and the house, and then she just kept smushing him.
Yeah.
And you smushed the shit out of that dog, didn't you?
Yep, he went home limping.
Yeah, she fucked him
That's
up
right.
pretty good.
Mom Dennis got
Good
him.
job, Mom Dennis.
Did you go punch the
I
animal?
know. You got to protect your youngsters.
I know, right?
I feel like there was a lot more stray dogs back in the 70s and 80s everywhere, right? Like,
Yeah.
I remember there was dogs everywhere
There
when I was
still
growing
are.
up.
You just live in a better neighborhood.
Okay.
Yeah,
They're
we did.
still
I
around.
mean,
I got like raccoons
we
everywhere.
lived
now.
in a decent. It was a decent neighborhood, and maybe not so much now, but
But like people used to let their dogs. I feel like the large amount of lawsuits and stuff from dog bites has curbed people from just letting their dogs run wild. Because now they're like, oh, if it bites someone, I'm going to get sued, and that stopped it.
Hey, Mama, I won't take up any more of your time, but is there anything you'd like to tell our listeners and maybe thank them for the 10 years that we've been able to do this and provide for our families? You want to throw?
I certainly would like to thank them for listening, and I hope they continue, and I wish them all the very best.
Well, we wish
thank
you the
you.
best, Mama. How you feeling? You feeling pretty good?
Feel good, yes.
Good. Well, I love you. I'll call you later, okay?
Okay, love
Okay.
you.
Love you
Bye.
too. Bye.
What's awesome
so
is
sweet.
that a BDM actually did your mom's surgery.
Oh, yeah.
That's,
Saved your
I
life.
thought you were going to say, did your mom? I'm like,
That too.
I mentioned
Shout
weird-
out to Steve Mooney for
oh, come on.
really pumping my
He's a
wife.
family
or my
man
mom.
now.
Wait,
Wait, he pumped your wife and your mom?
Well, yeah. Steve's a handsome guy.
Keep it in the family.
Yeah, I mean, come on.
All right, let's take a quick break.
My niece has asked me to pick up more beer.
Toll tax.
Don't say that.
Do it.
What? Why? What's your 21st birthday today?
Oh, okay. That sounds convincing. This is my pick of the week.
It's actually Wednesday, but we're doing it on the weekend.
We're doing it a little early. It's totally fine. Oh my God, Leo escaped.
The name of this band is Gypsy Temple. This is my pick of the week. The song's called Heavy Handed. It's weird, man. It's like southern rock, alternative rock. We'll be right back.
You're gambling again, aren't you?
I promise, I'll get it back. There'll be more than enough for bills next month.
Yeah, I've heard that before. I can't live like this anymore.
Welcome to another edition of Never Not Bet with your host, who's a compulsive gambler, Tom Van.
Yeah, I lost last week.
Not good.
1-3.
Ooh.
And apparently
You were having such a good run.
Yeah, 2 4-0s back to back. But apparently, in the gambling world, because I listened to all these guys talk, last week was bad for everybody.
Yeah.
So currently, I got a 12-6 record.
That's still pretty damn
Still
good.
winning.
Yeah.
Hopefully, I can continue. And you want my picks? 'Cause here we go.
Jump into it.
All right, first pick, Chicago -5.5. The theory behind this that I've been
Who
hearing.
are they playing?
They're playing Oakland Raiders in London. So this is the London
travel
game.
Time.
So apparently, there's been a lot of people talking about how Oakland went out there early and they shouldn't have, and it's a distraction getting there too early. Some people think that the extra time for practice, and a lot of people think, do you think this team's super disciplined with, the Antonio Brown, all the stuff?
I'm sure they're just there to practice.
And a lot of people think on the Chicago Bears side that Chase Daniel, the new quarterback that Trubisky got hurt, is actually a step up or at least parallel and can do a lot more plays than Trubisky could. Trubisky's a better athlete. Chase Daniel's a more
regimented quarterback,
accomplished quarterback that knows this, like a lot more plays. So, and with Chicago's defense being ridiculous, a lot of people, the gamblers, think that the Raiders aren't going to even score.
Okay.
So I like Chicago -5.5 in this game. The next game, San Francisco -3.5. I hate taking two favorites, but these were, out of everybody's bets, the bets that I liked.
You looked at it.
San Francisco had a bye last week, so they're coming off a bye, playing the Cleveland Browns. Now, Cleveland Browns is a third straight road game, so the thinking is they had a big win last week. They're playing 49ers, which a lot of people think are a really, really good team.
Cleveland is a strange team.
Yes. So they're thinking that 49ers coming off the bye is a good spot for them against Cleveland and the third road game. So San Francisco -3.5 is my pick.
I got you.
My next money bet is a teaser, a 6-point teaser. I'm teasing Pittsburgh up to 9.5 in this match against the Ravens. It's a divisional rivalry game. In the history of them playing each other, it's always been close.
Yeah.
Pittsburgh's had the most wins, although with a backup quarterback, it doesn't look that good.
No.
But they're favored at home, the 3.5. I'm teasing it up to 9.5. And also, I'm parlaying that with New England and teasing New England down to 10. They're a 16-point favorite playing the Washington Redskins.
Oh, yeah.
And I'd like to take them straight up, but just laying that many points is crazy in the NFL, at least what the gamblers tell me. So I'm teasing that down to 10.
I feel really bad, too, because everybody's saying Gruden's on the bubble. They're like, this guy's going to go.
In fact, if you took like New England minus 16, I wouldn't say it's a terrible bet because some people believe that
they're saying he could
Redskins
be firing after this game.
Yes, and
they're saying Patriots blow him out and then bye-bye Gruden.
Yeah. Originally, I was going to take
that. Hurts my heart. I love that guy.
I know. And it's not necessarily his fault. This is what happens.
And
he'll land on his feet.
He knows. He's a real man.
From name recognition alone. But anyway, so that's my parlay teaser. Pittsburgh up to 9.5. New England minus 10. And then my third money bet.
Now, come on. Oh, is that... okay, because I want to get to
fourth.
I want to get to my bet.
The beer bet?
Yeah.
Well, my fourth money bet is a simple money line parlay. Pats, Chiefs, Bears, Eagles, right? Mm-hmm. If you parlay those 4 teams, and I know it's a lot, but it's plus 103. It's actually plus money, and all those games seem like these teams are guaranteed
They all
win.
make sense to me, yeah. And I'm Joe, know nothing.
Yeah, so those are my 4 money bets. My beer bet, 4, mark it on Magnolia.
Yes,
and remember,
sir.
if I lose this, you can go there. If you're there watching these games and I lose, you can go up to the bartender and say, I would like my one free I would like my one free Cigar City beer, and you could choose whatever Cigar City beers they have.
Whatever they got on there.
And my beer bet is Washington plus 16 because it's a guaranteed loser, I think. I do agree with you. Now, here's the thing. I won't bet the other side, but I will give this bet. I'll give it to Pete.
This is a 10-year anniversary gift to you from Tom Bay.
So hopefully you can get a free Cigar City beer. So that's my Market on Magnolia picks. Again, Market on Magnolia is right there downtown on Magnolia.
30 TVs, full liquor bar, tons of taps, tons of beers. What do you want? Chopped salads? What do you want? Handmade hoagies?
Wood-fire pizza.
Wood-fire pizza. What else do they have there? Oh, poke bowls.
Poke bowl, yeah.
If you're into that, you want to be a little healthy, a little health conscious, maybe you want a little of that Hawaiian Asian flavor.
It's got a lot of variety, and that's the cool thing about
Plus, you're downtown, and I don't know if you're like me, but if you're watching football in your city, downtown, there's just there's a different vibe.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it's better than watching at home. So head over there, get yourself that free Cigar City beer, hopefully. I think it's going to happen,
Yeah.
And,
Yeah, it's marketonmagnolia.com.
Good luck, kid.
That is brand new music from the band Joseph. It's 3 sisters, actually.
I'm going to look that up on Spotify now.
Not sure why they named their band Joseph, but it's 3 sisters, and I don't think that the lead singer, I don't even believe she sang before she decided to start a band with her sisters, which is
really.
Oh, they all look the same.
Totally weird.
They're like twins or something.
Yeah, they kind of have a cool
in a creepy way.
They have a cool 80s, they're cool. Anyway, Joseph is the name of the band.
They chose their name as a tribute to the town of Joseph, Oregon.
Yeah, where their grandfather was born, I believe. So welcome back to A Mediocre Time. What do you want to do now, buddy?
Do some mail on mail.
All right, let me get out the opening for mail on mail. If you don't know what that is, we do email, and then we also, at the same time, we do voicemail. It's so easy for you to leave us a voicemail message. You can do so with the free Tom and Dan app. I have a lot of people asking me, like, you guys have an app? Yeah. You can get us on wherever, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Stitcher. We're on Spotify, iHeartRadio, everywhere you could ever find. But the easiest way to get us is to get our free app. You get push notifications from me. Yes, they come exactly from me. I send you a little message saying, like, hey, this is out. A Gentleman's Guide is out. I'll let you know when new Two Life Crew is out for BDM members and stuff like that. So let's do Mail on Mail.
Hey guys, thanks for calling 1-800-HOT-DICK, the place to find real action with real men. To make it even better, we've got new low prices. So low, we're practically giving it away free.
If you are a man seeking a woman, press 1. If you are a woman seeking a man, press 2. If you are a man seeking a man, press 3.
Mail on mail.
Mail on Mail brought to you by a brand new brewery partner of ours, Ivanhoe Brewery.
Yeah, our buddy Nate works there, right?
Ivanhoe Park.
That's Ivanhoe Park Brewery? All right.
What'd you say?
Blew it.
I said Ivanhoe Brewery instead of Ivanhoe Park Brewery.
Off to a great start. This segment not sponsored by the client we just lost.
They're fine. Ivanhoe Park Brewery. In fact, they're
I
celebrating.
like how you said they're fine. You haven't even talked about it. You don't know. You don't know.
What is it fine? Like
You're like, they're fine. They'll be okay with this.
Travis went out and got a new brewery partner.
Yeah.
I wasn't involved in this one, so
Yeah, and you fucked it all up. That's why. Look at Travis. Look at Travis's face.
I blame you.
You're fucking up my money.
You're the one that told me to say it. So you should have known better. They're doing their 1-year anniversary party coming up
October 19th.
There it is. You should have done it. You left it up to me.
October 19th. That's my haunted jungle. What time is theirs?
Boy, this is going great, Dad. This is going great.
Go drink there and then come to my haunted jungle.
They got their year anniversary. It's from 12 to 12. They're going to have food trucks. They're going to have some giveaways, having some amazing beers of their own. They have some guest taps as well. It's a fantastic brewery.
Axe Bros will be out there throwing axes.
Nice.
Yeah, so it's Ivanhoe Park Brewery. Go check it out.
I'll start, because normally we start with email, so let's just go here. Let's go voicemail first.
So I teach middle schoolers. I have a kid in one of my classes, Jackson, Jaxon. I read it Jackson, and then I thought, that sounds like wax on, wax off. So I said, Jacks on, jacks off. And then I realized what I had just said. I didn't make eye contact with any of them after that, so I don't know if they got it or not. We just moved on to the next thing, and
Oh, they got it.
that was that.
Inappropriate. Also,
I like
do
it
you
when
think that's
teachers.
fake?
It's funny if he wasn't driving.
I like it when teachers call in and say what they did to make our country dumber. Well done.
Well, I think it took me a long time to realize. I think it was when my friends started becoming teachers and stuff like that. I was like, like this is.
Oh yeah, my friends that are teachers now. I'm like, oh the fuck.
Like, you're in charge of someone's education.
Yeah, we were just butt chugging beers.
You butt chugged before?
Oh. Yeah, what? Really? Yeah.
Tell me how you butt chugged.
I was in the Keys at the all nude bar in Key West.
Okay.
And
Which
the
Adam and Eve bar?
No,
it's not there anymore.
It's
I
called
think
Garden of
Adam
Eden.
Right?
Garden of Eden. Yeah.
Walking around with me and like 4 or 5 other guys, totally butt ass naked, dancing like crazy idiots. They're all like, "What are these fucking clowns doing here?" Anyway, long story short, I got down on purpose right next to some old man with a giant fucking old man hog. I laid down right next to him, and my buddy squatted over like right by him, and he's like looking at us like all pissed off and disgusted. He pours a beer down his back, and it rolls down the crack, and I'm under him like.
That's not butt chugging.
Not a butt chug, bro.
Well, whatever
Butt
that
chugging is when you would stick the beer bottle in your ass and do a handstand.
Beer
and then-
funnel.
So I did a beer. What was that?
That's
beer
called the
waterfall.
poo poo waterfall.
And I did that. And
The gay poo poo waterfall.
And the guy next to me was just
It's called the
looking at us
unicorn tail, I thought it was called.
As I stood up, he looked at us and goes, and went, "Have some class." We were like, "Fuck off!" We just started dancing.
Dick out.
Yeah.
He just wants to hang out there nude. Didn't want a bunch of bros
over there gaying
drinking
it up.
beer out of each other's asses.
It's not gay to be nude, but you guys are over there fucking slapping each other's cocks.
We were being extremely gay with it. Yeah. And one of those, one of those was a teacher.
Well, here's the thing, and then, like,
My students are gonna love this. Let me drink your butt beer.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is that everybody's a person. Everybody did the same shit everybody else did. So that's what it is, And then and I assume that everybody, once they actually are in school in front of students, are professional, but they can have a life. Like, I do think it's unfair then to start going to teachers' Facebook pages.
Oh, they do it.
Most of them don't even have Facebook pages anymore.
I remember when that first started. I remember there was a girl that I knew. There was a teacher who went to in Daytona Beach, the Downtown Blues Bank and Blues Club. It was an old bank, and they still had the vault in there.
Yeah.
And they had a little stage, and they would have like blues acts come and play. It was a really, really cool little bar. And I remember this teacher was like just kind of like with her girls, and they were hanging out, and she got up on a table and started dancing.
Yeah.
And I was there, and we knew her, and somebody took a photo of her doing that, like standing on a table dancing, and then submitted it to like apparently.
If you do that,
whoever,
you're a piece of
no,
shit.
they did. They submitted it to. I could have asked my mom about this too because my mom knew her and submitted it to like the superintendent of schools or whatever. This is like MySpace days, and then she ended up getting fired.
Now,
because she was out doing what would be considered unbecoming of a educator or something. Some shit like
here's the thing: if you find some sort of like evidence that this person is like a racist or bad,
something illegal,
no, she was just having a couple beers with her girlfriends. You know? It's no different than Samantha going to a side chicks meetup or something. Like literally, no different than just girls hanging out.
Yeah,
I think girls get more shit on. Like when they go out and they cut up than we do. Like we're allowed to go out and just do whatever the fuck we want.
They should act like ladies. I mean,
yeah, no, but that's the mentality.
Where's your gown?
Like I've
That's
been
an ice cream.
I mean, like I've been walking downtown, like puking into trash cans in order to make it to my car to lay down and fall asleep, and I still have a job. Whereas if a girl did that. It would be completely different.
So
I've pissed in a parking garage before. When girls do it, it's not cool. When guys do it, it's
girls
like,
piss all the time. They squat and pee all the time.
Yeah, I know, but there is more of a stigma with women pissing in a garage than me pissing in a garage.
Yeah, because you'd be like, everybody would say it's gross and unladylike, but
when
guy
guys
can do it,
it's
laugh,
just normal, commonplace.
Agreed.
I like it.
It's a squat.
All of us have to pee.
What, you like the pee-pee?
I mean, it's kind of it's bad. So it's not you're not supposed to happen. So it's
girls
closing.
pissing in garages turn you on.
I mean.
This guy, man. This guy.
So
it doesn't turn. Let's just say it doesn't turn me off. Let's just say that. I mean,
brown and yellow, brown and yellow, brown and yellow.
My thing is like, who do you think these teachers? Like these teachers are just anybody else. Like this is their job.
They're humans.
As long as they're doing their job and at work, everything's fine. Then that's it. What they do, like, but like barring anything like really bad that you don't want your kids associating with this person, but like them getting shit-faced drunk or dancing or like they fired teachers for having like nude photos on the internet and stuff like that. It's like, what does that have to do with anything?
Yeah. Well, they're worried about the students might see it and then they say, oh, if there are people that are teaching us, it's okay to do or something like that. I don't know.
But nowadays,
that's what they're thinking.
Is like, especially with like high school kids, like for sure they're looking it up their teachers' nude pictures if they exist. But I don't even think the stigma of that is the same for them because there's nudes of everybody. Like every celebrity they know.
Have any nudes.
Well, I'm saying in their like high school
most
lives.
I have are my my tidy whitey shots in Roop's Lamborghini, which
very embarrassing.
Yeah, they are very embarrassing. And I look and I'm like, I look at those. I'm like, you have a little bitty dick.
I'm saying,
look how little your dick is.
Most of the celebrities now,
and it's not that little. It's not that little.
I'm surprised there's not nudes of Seth floating around.
I've sent them, so I don't know where
Tom wasn't going to let
we'll
me
find him.
Tom was in some of those pictures, but he had like old dingy boxers on because he wasn't going to let me slap it around a little bit and get it hard. Do you guys ever slap your cock around a little bit and then walk and then or you've been you try to jack it, but maybe your citalopram doesn't allow you to complete.
Very specific.
So then you stand up and then you wait. You got to wait at least a minute until it shrinks a little bit, and then you walk in. You look in the mirror and you're like, I'm flaccid, but you're not really. You're not really flaccid. You're just not hard, but makes your dick look bigger. Try it. Everybody listen to this. Guys, try this.
The blood was flowing.
It's the fluffing up. It's a fluffer.
It's a fluff.
Yeah, if you do that and then go see your wife, I guarantee you she's going to be a little bit more impressed than if you come to her with the Vienna.
But she's also your wife, and she knows what your dick looks like.
Yeah.
I don't know if my wife does. I think she keeps her eyes closed during everything.
She's seen the tiny gray anxiety version of that.
Yeah.
No.
So,
And last night I was parting the cheeks. I was parting them big.
My fear is when I'm training, because I know when I'm training, I'm super intense training. I think it just goes away. It's non-existent. So that's scary to me. It's if anybody sees me now, it's oh fuck.
Wait, when you're really into karate, your dick goes inside.
Not karate, but just training hard. If I'm pushing through a high intensity interval workout or something like that, or anything really intense and stuff like that. Yeah, it's the blood goes everywhere else except for that.
Well, the thing is, what are you afraid of? What if someone saw that and then saw your tiny dick? What's going to happen?
I think that my penis is small. And I don't want them to
It's
think
not.
that
We know it's not.
Yeah. But then,
not everybody else.
Like, what does it matter?
I don't know. I think like back in the training
other
days-
people in the gym,
because
like,
it makes me
fucking
mad that
Bob over there, they trains MMA on the weekends. He sees
I love training in the jungle, but now that I know Seth has a tiny cock, I'm out.
and they know it's not tiny. You send me pictures.
Wait, you've seen the real?
No, I just Seth tries to bully me by sending weird pictures of him with like the outline of his thermos and like some sort of boxer briefs and shit. And then I show my wife.
Well,
She's like, wow!
you told me you showed your wife last time.
Yeah,
Why
like,
are
look
you
at this.
showing your wife?
Well, I'm just like, look
why
at
would
Seth.
you do that? I'm like,
It's
look,
funny.
it's like me going to my wife and like, look at Trump's bank account. You know, like, why would you do that?
I don't know, because I find it funny, and I'm like, look at Seth sending me, and then she's shocked by it. I'm like, and then we have discussion, like,
And then,
for
you had sex.
he fluffed it up. Because you can't live like that normal.
Of course I'd fly.
Yeah. Well, you couldn't fight Kimbo with that thing. It needs to be tied, like hide in his muscle peppers.
There are times when I sit down to take a shit and I look down and it's just all foreskin. There's no dick. It's like literally like a dog who'd been neutered. And it's just the pouch is still there. And I'm like, where's my dick? Where did it go?
A lot of times if I take Viagra and I sit on the toilet and I'm pressing to go to the bathroom, not press, just relaxing to go in the bathroom, it'll push blood to it and then it grows into the toilet. Like way into the toilet.
God damn it. Why are you taking Viagra too?
Just for fun. Because it makes you so you can go like,
a lot of times when I take Viagra, I'll sit on the toilet and take a shit, and when I strain, it'll push blood into my dick and then push it into the water.
It starts to poop in water.
It literally grows like
that's fun.
No, it's not. But when I get back to the bed,
how do you look at turtles in the eyes?
How do you running away?
You can look Leo in the eyes.
Leo's gone. He had enough of his shit.
You grew your Viagra cock into the toilet. You're gonna walk out there and feed your turtles some fucking kale. I can do it. You're a better man than I am.
I'd make sure I always have wet wipes next, man. Wipe it off.
Oh yeah, I'm sure
that'll save you from the AIDS.
That'll make the young girls super wet.
Hey ladies,
I
just used wet wipes to wipe my own turds off my cockhead because like Viagra shot it into the toilet.
I'm sure it's super sexy that you're taking old man Viagra to get a boner.
No, I can get hard extremely easy, but if you want to do it like 2 or 3 times at a night, then that definitely.
2 or 3 times at a night.
Well, two.
Does anybody want that?
I do. Yeah, I'm with Seth on
same
that.
night?
I'm with Seth on that. Yeah.
Within
like
what time?
As soon as
how
I
much
come,
of a
3
break?
minutes later, I want to fuck again.
Really?
Yeah.
I got
a problem.
It's like 5 to 10 minutes of cuddling, and then once
I'll give you this one. I fucked last night. I'm gonna beg my wife tonight because we have an event. I'm like, I'm really stressed out. I need one more time, back to back.
I'm like a camel, one silent session, and I'm like, I'm
ready
good for
to
2 months.
navigate the desert.
Like I'm that will hold me over for.
I had a sensible fez full of water. I'm full, and I'm ready to navigate you on this tour.
Yeah. I don't know how long a fortnight is, but I'm good for that. Long.
No, I can't do that. And then I was debating. I was like, am I going to beg for a blowjob, or am I going to try to just be like, come on. Need the real deal.
Again? Like the second time?
Yeah.
Blowjob won't do it. Especially the second time. I'm like,
yeah, because I do I like to do blowjob, and then I'll go down on her, and then I'll beg for like a little more blowjob before I put it in.
Yeah.
Come on. All right.
Well, I would like to know what you do because you look at me like I'm some sort of fucking weirdo. I want to know what you do. I bet it's a ceremony when it's like,
it's like a Handmaid's Tale.
Told you what he did.
I'm like,
you come in candles and a fucking bird mask on. You got multiple daggers in your hand.
I'm like, put on your executioner's helmet.
Yeah, because you look at me like I'm some sort of like I feel you make me.
And then he hamster licks the nipples.
You sex shame me. You sex shame me.
I feel like there's no like sexual anything with Tom.
Yeah, and then
but
boring.
This is a lie.
It's a business.
This is a lie. This is a lie. He does this to sex shame us, but this motherfucker probably gets totally free.
Yeah, he's probably the freakiest of them all.
Shit, mama.
No, not. Sex to me is like a business deal at this point. It's like it should be as loud as 2 old businessmen shaking hands.
Like this.
Oh my god, that is
Man
Deal's
done.
Sign the paperwork.
I like it when I seize my wife up. I like it when it's like, king.
Come on.
I get it.
All right.
Right? That's when you know you did it right.
Don't talk about Andrea like that. She's a mother.
Yeah, she is a mother. That's how we had the kid.
Yeah.
I seized it up.
No.
I like to lock up that fucking engine, man.
No.
Ran it dry. Didn't change the oil. King.
There's people are hearing this.
Oh.
They gotta see. They see Andrea and you together. They're like, oh no, he talked about it.
He talked about seizing it up. That's the woman he's been seizing up. He ran the engine with no oil. It's seized up.
That's right. That just flows
Hey
through.
y'all, I was listening to a recent ACT in which Tom was analyzing whether male or female sex addicts were more successful in their endeavors to seek that sweet, sweet coitus. Tom claimed it was much easier for the ladies to find random hookups. Sam alleged that Tinder was leveling the playing field, allowing men to more easily find a random sex partner. As a 35-year-old white male who is recently separated from his wife with an impending divorce on the way, I can tell you that Tinder is a black hole to me. 85% of the female Tinder profiles state no hookups, likely because they are unrelentingly bombarded with requests for no-strings-attached sex and continuously sent unsolicited D-pics. Maybe it's a game and everyone feels like they have to say no hookups to project a non-promiscuous virtual image. I'm in decent shape, still have all my hair, have a good education and a decent job, but no luck yet with a random Tinder hookup. Still pretty new to the scene, though. I'll check back in with further results in the future. The code word for a successful Tinder rendezvous will be platypus. Stay tuned.
First of all, just because you have hair doesn't mean anything, buddy.
Are you just saying that because you don't have hair?
Yeah, I'm 35-year-old, just successful, still have my hair. Who gives a fuck? Why would you add that?
Man, sensitive subject.
He's not.
Nobody was talking about you, man.
Someone's getting offended. They're taking exactly what you say. Like, I'm not calling you a hippo. Just
right.
He's not saying
We got a real Woody No-hairellson here.
I'm sorry, I don't care.
The
girls put that just to say that.
Let's real quick. Another thing that Seth was going to do, and we had this text conversation, was about with last show. We wanted Seth to go to the new room massage place.
We got to bring it up.
Wednesday,
you know how many emails I had about people that loved my bit, the New Roo review? Zero. I had zero, but I thought the only way we're going to be able to pull this off is if we get Seth out there, and you were really kind of hot on the idea.
So then I was like, "Oh yeah, that's right." I'm like, "We still have time."
Whatever ridiculous, stupid shit nobody would do, you ask me.
No, I want to do it, but you're not married. You don't have kids.
I still have a reputation.
No, you don't.
I can't even say that.
No, that's why
you got nothing to lose.
Okay, I do because
New Room massage is at least higher than scraping shit off your shoe with a magazine.
Listen,
We'll bail you out.
These are all just embarrassing things that happen in everybody's lives. Paying somebody for a massage is not something I want to be. I don't ever pay for anything.
No. It's a.
You told us last show about getting jacked up.
Thank you.
But I wasn't going for that. I was just going to get a damn massage, and
this is a massage.
She took advantage.
Yeah, this is a massage.
This is New Room.
She ain't gonna jerk you off.
Now here's
Why you turn Japanese?
jerk you off.
Why did Butler go?
That's racist.
This is a massage. Nobody be jerking you off. You're crazy. You get the fuck out of here. You get the fuck out of here. You are definitely you're disrespectful to my family.
I always think about
what the fuck's wrong with you, Butler?
The things that I say over the air are all legal things that are just embarrassing things that happen in my life.
This is legal. We looked it up. They advertise it on the fucking website.
Yeah. Now
read it again, Sam. Pull it up.
The only problem was I'm go back to our conversation, our text conversation. I was like, hey Seth, were you down to do this? Okay, where's it?
People want him to do it live at the event tomorrow.
Do a new room?
Yeah. We might have to do bikini.
Boy, that's going to be uncomfortable. The whole crowd of people silent while he's getting
rubbed down naked. Very awkward.
I mean, I'd watch. I'm just going to need the jack-off box.
Okay, here's the thing. It says, this is Tuesday, 3:05 p.m. If we bought you a new room massage, would you go? Also, when could you go? Wednesday, Thursday?
Wow, you were really aggressive.
He's want to do it the next day.
I want you to
this
do
is
a
like
review.
text from Trump to the Ukraine. It's a very
He
aggressive
can never
pressure.
even answer my questions via text, but he's all about the new room.
Wow, he's a horny motherfucker.
No, this is, because it was supposed to be like Seth goes. Because I'm curious to see what
Yeah,
goes
I want
on.
to know too, man.
Maybe I should do it.
Because they advertise that on the
It's a
internet.
lady. It's fine, right?
Yeah, like, no, I'll pay. Like, I would have suggested you, but
I'll drive you.
I'll be a bodyguard.
I would have sent you, but I felt awkward about asking you to do it because of the
We
thing
could send
and the
Butler
laws and the
Yeah.
suits.
We could send Butler.
Too. Butler's married. I was like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
His wife also helps people. Is she massage or just chiropractic?
She's just chiropractic.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So anyway, I said,
Yeah, he did that thing.
He did that Elvis.
So I said, hey, can you do this? I want you to go and do it to give it a review on Friday. I was like, we'll pay for it. And then he's like, is the requirement to be naked for it? Question mark. So then I was like, he's into it. And I was like, I have no idea. Basically, I was like, go do the new room. And then he's like, is this a legit sex massage? And he's like, what location? I need to look up the place before I go. I can't have this.
I spent a lot of time on that website.
Damaging my reputation.
Those girls are amazing.
Oh, and I was like, this is a legitimate thing that Samantha found. It's a website that advertises this, the legitimate, whatever.
And look at the website.
And then
Plus,
I
it was
was
a
like,
simple
Samantha.
search. She didn't deep web it.
No.
She didn't dark
And
web
then I'm
it.
like,
It was literally Googled. Very simple, correct?
Yep.
And then as I'm typing Samantha, I'm like, Samantha, what's that website again? And she's like, it's extremeescorts.jail. I'm like, oh.
It was not.
But he sent it to me. No, it was something very, very similar.
Okay.
And as he sent it, he realized how fucked up the website was, and he wrote LOL. Like it was like,
Okay, what was it again?
It's legitimate. It's OrlandoVenusEscorts.com.
Yeah, okay.
escort. You can have escort. Everyone knows what.
That's
You
legal.
can have escorting is legal.
All you're asking for is the new room massage.
But it did not help the case that I was trying to make, which is this is legit. With the escort and the
Will
name.
anybody go for us as a correspondent?
Oh my God, they have a tab, right? That says they got home escorts, massages, about and contact. If you go under the tab massages, they literally have one called Happy Ending.
How about this?
It says body rubs,
They're not
erotic, happy ending, Nuru, and tantra.
Okay,
Well,
how
maybe
about-
it's click on happy ending. What does it say?
All right. Give your body the best happy ending massage. If you are looking for erotic pleasures, then hiring a masseuse would be the best thing to do.
What?
We at Orlando Venus Escorts deal with some of the best masseuses who are experts in providing happy ending massage. Orlando is a great city with lots
Maybe
of things to offer, and a happy ending massage is one of those things.
Yeah,
Maybe
better
it's
than
illegal?
Disney
Are we
World.
allowed to do that thing? What, they
Maybe
just say
happy
that?
endings mean something different in
They give you a present on
If
the
you-
way out.
Make sure you come to us if you want to explore the wild side of massage services. You can either choose to spend hours of research, or you can simply call us for such services. So they're basically saying, like, you're looking around for those happy ending massage places. We got them.
Butler's deep thinking right now.
I see this. I see the smoke coming out.
Listen to this. Not all massage services.
How can I do this? How can I make this happen?
Not all massage
Honey, it's for
services
content.
end happily, hence you should be careful before you opt for such services. Some parlors promise happy ending, but they don't provide that. Well, we are not like them. We deliver what we have promised.
Did a 10-year-old write this?
You don't have to worry about anything when you hire from us. Just call us and make sure that you hire masseuses from us.
Let's do it.
I don't think English is their first language.
Yeah, I don't think so. Can you hire one of the escorts for tomorrow night for me? How about they just hang out with me tomorrow night?
What?
No.
We're gonna send you to get a new room.
I'm
now
not getting you jacked off at our event.
I'd rather hang out with one of
Dude,
those
this
smoking
place
houses.
is very close.
And then
to
I
us.
go home with them
How
tomorrow.
close? Less than a mile?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
now,
Well, let's go. Let's just go up there one day. Let's all get a massage. Well, here's what we'll do. We'll all
How
get a
about we all
legitimate
go
massage.
and see who comes back with the happy ending?
You have to sign up for that service.
It's a problem where I'll come back to the room. We're all not talking to each other. We're just sitting there.
It'll ruin the show.
Yeah.
We can't talk to each
and then
other.
we're like, and then we never mention it.
I'll go with them. Can we do it?
How was your massage? Mine was good. How was your massage? Mine was
Sam.
good. All right. Let's do mail on mail.
Travis is crying in the bathroom. the room.
Hey, it's near.
Sam, do they do a couples massage?
But get it together. The circle of trust.
Go do a couple massage with me.
We did it.
Wait a minute. Now Seth just asked, Seth just asked Sam to do a couples massage.
Yeah, I would totally go in with Sam and get a neuro with her next to me, so I don't feel.
Of course you would, because she's a pretty girl with big old boobies.
Well, not just to look at Sam, no, just to so I feel more comfortable in a situation.
You're
I'm not
hold his hand, Sam.
You're scared of the Asian prostitute.
Hey, it's right next to a Wawa. You can get a sensible quesadilla.
Yeah, it's Hoagie Fest. It's also fucking Nuru Fest.
I got
My tummy hurts. I have a medium Italian.
Just to warn you, I did have a chicken cheesesteak.
So, but no,
the stigma is just.
Here's the
I don't
thing.
know, man.
I just wanted to know if, like, is it a full Nuru massage? Like, if you just get that,
that's
no
what they're
prostitution.
saying.
Like, does
Should
she
we
get,
call him?
So
does
you
she
want me
get nude?
to exactly? You were going to have
Sam,
me on.
would you be willing?
Hold on a second. People in the chat said it's run by Orlando PD.
See, you would have fucking sent me there.
No.
I would have got arrested and lost my gym. I would have come and really shit your bull. I would
that's
Seth, they have a girlfriend experience.
But I have that every weekend.
if you want to bring turtles to work, totally okay.
Yeah.
I don't see anything about Orlando PD. What are you guys talking about?
They're fucking around.
Yeah.
Can you call them? I mean, we can't call them live on the air because I don't want to do that to a business. But would you call them like off the air and just say,
like, what's involved in the
me
new
and
room?
my husband are very interested in the new room massage. I'd like to know what is it?
They're hiring.
Is there male? I'll go.
It's
do
all females on the site.
I'll do a male new
I'll
room?
do a male new.
Hold on. Are you pulling what I pulled the time I remember when I was a radio stunt boy and they're like, we're going to punish you by putting you in a tanning bed with Tiffany for 1 full hour. And I was like, don't do that. You have to say, like, oh, no.
Yeah.
I don't want to do that.
Do you
because
remember
that
I
makes them
dressed
want
Tiffany up like a baby?
No, yeah, don't.
I made her wear a diaper.
Really?
She's a mom now.
I still have the pictures. My God.
Oh, come on.
Everybody's a mom.
I gotta delete 'em.
I know, yeah, you're right. Yeah, see if okay, Samantha, if it was a straight Nuru, right? Like nothing fishy.
What is nothing fishy? You have to clarify.
Yeah.
You know what nothing fishy.
No, so no fingering, no jacket off, no sex.
Yeah, just like, but the lady, because there is professional Nuru massages.
Are they
right?
nude or are they in a bikini? Like,
I don't know. That's the thing I wanted to know. Like, are they just like?
That's why we need to call.
Kids, can you even massage someone effectively with your body?
No,
I feel like that's
Yeah, you can. It feels good. It's like Swedish massage is like a lot of like
There's gotta be
gentle rubbing.
a lot of oil involved. It
Yeah.
seems like the slide.
But I feel like you're
It does require both parties to be nude.
Oh, it says that.
Yes, that in the definition, yes.
because it can't slide.
This place fucking rules.
Looks like
The Butler again, his wheels are turning.
Yeah, I'll be doubling up on my Viagra then.
No, you're getting a
You
massage.
didn't want that.
If I did it.
What are you, O.J. Simpson? Yeah, it's a fucking O.J. Simpson.
If I did it, this is how I did it.
Would you go and do it?
I don't know, because I wouldn't want to have.
Well, then you don't have to.
I just want you.
Bullshit, because if it's there, and then you can't say no.
I thought you just talked about discipline. You walk past the empanadas. I'm not eating one because I'm so disciplined.
That is
But then
true.
you should be able to go in there. Not
Sex is totally different. No, I'm actually pretty disciplined.
sex is the empanada of the dick.
I'm just curious if now is that even legal? Like
Exactly. That's why I don't want to do this.
like that, because that's the question. I thought since I didn't know
It's
they were
a legitimate site.
they were advertising
Yeah,
the
they're
happy
all-
endings, which makes me leans me towards
They've been on
not.
hookups for 3 months.
Yeah, how long has this place been around in business?
2017.
Oh, yeah.
That's pretty long.
That's a long time. Yeah, 3 years. That's good. Well done.
Yeah. 3 years of advertising you jacking off people.
Look, hey, Butler, you should get them as a sponsor.
I'm on this.
Right?
Hey,
I'll
would
go
you,
investigate.
You know how many
I'll
listeners?
go-
I'll go
I'll
there
go-
and,
Oh,
my
yeah.
God. We would make the millionaires.
Yeah. Oh, 2 days.
Yeah.
Then we're blowing up their spot
Oh.
right now. Oh, they went out of business.
I kept scrolling and there's titties out now. Whoa.
Yeah, there's always
there's titties. I scrolled and I looked at all of them.
The whole site's titties. I don't know what's happening. Like, when I look at it, and I'm like,
I'm going to request Violet.
I'm like, this is violent.
Violent?
Oh, I thought you said violence.
Violet.
Oh.
If you want me to put gun in mouth.
They said I don't, you know what? I don't trust this website. You want to know why?
Why?
I'm looking
Made
at this
with
lady's
wicks?
tits, and they're telling me she wears a 10B. That is not true. That's definitely a D.
No.
Fake news. Fake news.
That's what I'm saying. Those
I'm
girls that
over
are
it.
on there might not even be the real
Well,
people.
Asian conversion
Definitely
rate
not.
for titties is a little different. It's-
Well,
These are not bees, my God.
Well,
the girls that are giving you the newer at this place are definitely fresh out of a storage container.
Here's her bio.
The human trafficker doesn't understand breast size.
I have no time for that. I have no time for that. I'm too busy drugging these women.
Actually, I want to hire this one for Seth because of her bio. It says, "Hello, everyone. This is Violet, and I am quite chubby. But when I say chubby, I don't mean that I am fat. I am having huge bust size, and my booty is definitely worthy of appreciation.
Goddamn
I
right.
guarantee that my busty body is going to turn you on for sure. Just have a look at my pictures, and I promise that you are definitely going to hire me once. The best thing
It's
about me is
definitely-
my techniques.
It's definitely some Asian.
I know
like,
how to use my features to please men in the best possible way. You are simply going to fall in love with me for sure."
Her feet or features or feet?
Okay, let's talk about this.
There's definitely going to be cash only, all right? We're only using cash when we go.
I have no
I like
idea
that
what's
she
happening.
says, "I am having huge bust
Yeah,
size."
I'm having huge butt size.
Yeah. That's what I say when I got a shit. I am having a huge butt size.
So,
That's how my
okay.
Russian spoke.
Are most of the massage places that we drive by and strip malls and like ones that don't have
Reputable?
very much signage and stuff that just have like a red neon light that says massage? Are most of them like happy ending like those places, right?
I could see that.
Right, like
I
that-
could see a high concentration. Yeah.
Like it's open like to everybody that enjoys those services, that these are places to get those services, right? And like in our society, those places run with like immunity almost.
they have prices?
Every once in a while they'll bust a couple of them, but I imagine they'll go to jail for a night and then they're back out and open another LLC, right? Like it's like that.
You have to like fill out a form to get a quote.
Fill out a form. Yeah. You have my.
It only asks for your social
No,
security.
you have
do
my.
not put my last name on there.
You have my.
Seth
Say
Pepperoni.
There you go. That's my
Yeah,
my
sign up
alias.
Seth Pepperoni, and then go ahead and you can put it in.
Oh, you had to. No, this is too far, bro. You had to put in a hotel name and room number. You have to book your own hotel.
This is the real shit.
Yeah. I know one.
Wait, hotel
50.
where?
This
Oh,
is the real
they
shit.
don't have like a storefront we can go to?
I don't know.
There's a suite number. There's an address.
Like we can, look, we're suite
Oh, you
A
don't just
here.
go
We
to
can
the
make
place?
this the hotel. We'll do it right here. I got
No.
cameras. Everybody wins.
Well, you just go to my room.
Anyway,
Moving on.
Yeah, let's
we
get
do
on.
have. Do you want to talk about? Do you want to do mail on mail still, or do you want to talk about the thread in the BDM group?
Oh yeah, let's go over some.
Throw
of the
out some memories of the past 10
Oh
years.
yeah, let's do that.
We put out a thread in the BDM only group about your favorite memory in the past 10 years. We figured we'd talk about some ridiculous shit, I guess.
One of them that I don't remember, it says the day Jerry only kept calling to talk to him.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. He kept calling back.
Yeah,
Yes.
well, because he's a nice guy, and he didn't want to disappoint us. He didn't understand that we were kind of done
Moving
with him
on, yeah.
because he can be heavy.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know, he's a
talker.
He's a talker.
Yeah. And then so he had to cut it short because he promised some like high school kid interview too. Like he was barely a super nice guy.
That's how Lee got him.
He's the nicest.
And then he called us back. He's like, "I'm sorry, I'm here for you now." We're like, "Oh, okay." And then we didn't want to be like,
We're like,
"Well,
we're
we got
good."
nothing else." Really, like,
Yeah, that one was
there's
really
a lot
fun.
of
Misfits.
There's a lot of barbershop quartet.
Yeah,
That was a big
Seabreeze.
favorite. I put that in the last best of. I
I think we
believe.
lost a couple of those guys, unfortunately,
Yeah.
which is really sad. But and that was here, which is kind of cool because
Yeah.
it was one of the first like episodes that like we did here.
Ben Bungie. Remember old Ben Bungie that used to call in?
Occasionally he will pop up He'll leave us a voicemail message. I'll
Still?
listen to it. I'll try to call him back. Nothing.
Never understood because
he sent me bungees.
I remember
good bungees.
I tried to get him to
bungees.
advertise for a while ago. I was like, because we were like desperate for any sort of advertising at the beginning.
Yeah, we didn't know what we were doing.
Like,
He paid us in bungees.
Yeah, he sent us some bungees. I was like, "Do you want to do?" And then I was like, "Wait, is this real? What is going on?" Like, never
he
knew.
owns a bungee company.
Have no idea.
Bungees like the tie down stuff.
Yeah, but they're weird because the bungee cord is plastic, and then the other part is like a composite rubber. It's not like that braided, clothy type. Yeah. It's way stretchier.
Seth,
like really good bungees.
When was the first time you were on the show? On this show, was it?
On this show.
Was it in the old studio?
Yeah, it was
the
in the old-
original?
oh, yeah, it was in his house.
Oh, okay, it's like, but the bottom floor branded out, or the old one?
Woodhouse in Audubon Park or Baldwin Park?
No,
Baldwin?
Was I in Audubon? No, it was Baldwin, I think.
Was it in a spare room, or was
Yes,
it like
spare room?
But did it have branding on the walls and stuff?
No,
No, that
Okay,
was the
yeah,
old
it's the
house.
first-
then.
the
Yeah,
first-
you came
it
to
was
my
the
first
first
house. Yeah.
Yeah.
So when was that? Where you were around?
That was Audubon Park.
2010, 2011.
Yeah, because it was right. I mean, I was talking to you guys since Kimbo on the old. On the old show,
for sure.
So it was like,
Which was today, right? It's the anniversary.
Yeah, 11
October 4th, 2008.
11 years.
Yeah, that's you said don't talk about it, but I want to now.
It's all right.
11 years ago,
Yeah.
and then
Is it
basically
true that
made
you also killed Dada 5000?
No, is he dead?
I don't think so.
He
No, I
almost
wanted to
died.
fight him though, just for fun.
Patio Set. Anyone remember Patio Set?
I don't.
I don't.
I have no recollection of Patio Set. Was it? I think
Patio
Yeah,
Set.
that's it. You remember.
Yeah.
The BDM ticket challenge that goes off the rails.
I think
that
we should
came up
bring
quite
that
a
back.
bit.
I think we should
Well,
bring that
Tom
back.
needed it, right?
Yeah.
I remember.
Do you want to
when we
bring
came
it
up with
back?
the idea? It was so fucking stupid, but people liked it for a while. But I feel like the second time we brought it back, it didn't work as well.
Maybe it shouldn't be like every month. Maybe every like 6 months.
Yeah.
Right.
And we were paying everybody's anybody who got a speeding ticket that had a BDM sticker on the back of their car. We were
We had a contest
every month, and we pay one person. I just write them a check too.
I remember
Yeah.
that.
Don't have no idea if that was the right thing,
No.
or like if I'm sure
You were encouraging people to break the law.
Yeah, it was
no, I
bad.
wasn't encouraging. I was saying we'll pay, and I just write them a check.
We
send
were
it,
just
mail
trying to
it
get
them.
stickers on cars.
Yeah.
You know?
Billy Dean, the Machine Aldine.
Yeah, I remember that.
Grapefruiting.
What's
Remember the grapefruit video?
with the jack off genie or the hand job genie or
Well, there was the video prior to the hand job genie coming in where the lady
Grapefruiting.
did the grapefruit technique.
Or I poop in the grapefruit? Give
No,
him
you
my-
put a
that.
grapefruit around your guy's dick and then you
Cut the top off, cut the bottom
Yeah.
off. And,
I got it.
Never mind. Don't talk
I
about
feel like it's way too much work. Like you're microwaving something.
Well,
It's just-
you hate noise
that
while
doing?
you're having sexual encounters, so you would hate this because it's a lot of slurping.
Oh, he's fucking a grapefruit?
Yeah. That's there's this whole thing, and then you're supposed to
grapefruity.
use it during oral too.
Yeah.
Like
well, that's not the
See, that's the neuro massage I'm going for.
that's the hand job.
That's
genie.
hand job genie's video. That's different.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, there she is. She's really giving a hand job.
All right.
she's doing the
Can't show that on Twitch.
the Karate Kid, the what is that? The ball drum.
Yeah, the dumb drum that your kid wants you to buy at Epcot. That's what I call it.
She's doing that.
That's a legitimate technique.
We got diarrhea
great-
Goofy.
Had a
I don't
great-
remember that.
Oh,
story.
here it is.
Oh, wait. Oh.
Grapefruit. Normally, you can only get this technique in one of my classes, but I wanted to share this with you because I believe every man should get grapefruited. When you grapefruit your man, it's going to feel as if you are giving him head and fucking him at the same time. No better feeling would he ever get
There you go.
than being grapefruited. So what you need to do is you need to, of course, have a grapefruit. You want to make sure you get the ruby red. It's sweeter, it's easier. If you are allergic to grapefruit or can't use a grapefruit for your medication,
Then go fuck
you can always
yourself.
use a large navel orange. Now, what you want to do is make sure the grapefruit is room temperature.
Because some medication you can't drink
Yeah.
grapefruit juice.
I also like
I
how is there
usually do
really
that.
that much of a difference between citrus? You're like, you know what I mean?
Also,
And if your man got a little dick, you got to make sure you're going to get a grape. Like, I don't know what you
Do is put it in warm water. Do not microwave it. Do not boil it. Then, once it gets to that temperature, all you need to do is roll it. The reason why you want to roll it is because you want to juice it up a little bit.
You gotta
Juicier,
loosen up
the
the
better.
rinds.
Then what you're going to do is you're going to find the navel. There's 2 navels to the grapefruit. Once you do that, you're going to place it on the plate.
She
the
has
navel's
great
on the
narration.
outside.
Yeah, she's good.
You want to take a knife.
We're going to have her back
You
in,
actually
right?
want to cut one side.
She reached out to us, right?
Yeah.
And we're going to try to have her back in.
Not in jail?
No.
I thought that.
She's got a whole
She's going
new
to come
thing.
in and Nuru.
Just find her on the Nuru
The
website.
sugar glider.
Of that navel off. Now, all this that you're doing, he will not see any of this preparation because I'm going to tell you that a little bit later.
See all this work women do?
Then what you're going to do is you're going to take it to the other side.
Feels like I got a
and
really
do
good
the same
pineapple
thing.
wave.
My wife isn't doing the shit. No.
Well, your wife isn't doing this.
You should see the stuff I prep for the women I take. Guys do a lot
You
of stuff.
grapefruit your teenies?
Oh, but you got to have like a nice dinner setting, the candles lit. Yeah,
Hold on, I want to see your grapefruit. Hold on.
So you should have a grapefruit that has 2 sides missing, just like this.
Okay.
Now what you're going to do is you're going to put a hole in the middle of the grapefruit, approximately the size of your man's penis. Do not make it too big. Do not make it too tight. Just approximate. Then what you want?
Well, like,
mine would just be the rind.
You're telling my wife to guess.
Grapefruit me with the rind.
Oh, back in high school, we were doing. I got a big dick.
My dick is as big as a grapefruit.
What you're going to do is you're going to take the knife midway down and make sure it goes all the way through. All you want to do is make a nice hole.
I can't
in the
take this
middle of the
seriously when you
grapefruit.
have Elsa next to it with big titties hanging out.
I
Oh my god!
I didn't pick that. That's some sort of fucking
ad.
Why is she in the Matrix? Like, it's white.
Creepy as shit looking too.
Like, why is it so echoey?
The hand job genie lives in the Matrix, you idiot. You fucking idiot.
What kind of warehouse are you in? It's so
Do you
echoey.
need help? And why are you
the
using
woodshed.
red solo plates? Couldn't you have used China?
Big, that's okay because you can always squeeze your hands like the muscles of your vagina. And if you make it too tight, all you have to do is take your finger and push the flesh back. It's just grapefruit. Now, when you grapefruit your man, he has to be blindfolded. There's no
Alright.
ands, ifs,
I don't
buts
trust
about
that.
it. Why? If you came to the bedroom with a grapefruit, what is your man going to say? What are you going to do with that? Is it going to burn and all that other thing? So you don't want any of that. So this is what you do. Say, baby, you know what? Tonight,
No one's
I
got-
want to
no
do
one's got
something a
time
little
for
freaky. I want to suck your dick blindfolded. Your man will blindfold himself if he knows he's going to get some head. So now, your man is in the bed.
right.
You have the grapefruit already prepared under the bed. He smelled the citrus in the air. He thinks you have on some new Victoria's Secrets or something. He has no idea. And what you're going to do is be a woman of your word. Now, you have to get his penis erect. So what you're going to do is just suck his dick. Just like you said
Oh,
you
here
were
goes. No, here goes.
Uh-huh.
This is the best part. Ready?
Yeah,
gonna do.
Hell yeah.
Once he's nice and erect,
That's good.
what you're going to do is replace
Look,
Hold on, there's more.
she's a little out of your age and weight
twist
range,
up and
Seth,
down
but
the
you should give her a
shaft, but the head
shot.
at the same time.
There you go. What do you think, Seth?
That's good. She does it good.
Grapefruit?
She knows what she's doing. I mean, but there's no grapefruit. That was just her slobby mouth. Though.
I feel
That
like
was enough.
the camera guy's like, I should have put the lav mic in a different place. It's too loud.
Can you please move your lav back away from your slobber jet?
It's a very loud.
I think we overmodulated that tank. Can you suck the dildo again?
It sounds like a panther.
It sounded like the bear that was attacking the guy.
So when to put the grapefruit on, they do want to release the panther.
So then the grapefruit goes on the dick, and then the head, then you put the grapefruit, and then the mouth.
I've never experienced something that aggressive before. I'm shocked.
You know you. We know you.
I know. I mean, that is some. That's some aggression.
But she goes right into it. She's like, so what you're gonna do now is you're gonna suck your man.
Like Donald Duck.
Hold on a second. You didn't even finish your sentence.
Yeah, usually you start off a little slow to get hard.
I thought
Just to get it hard first, and then you start going.
I thought you eased into it like an old man in the past.
No.
I mean, it wouldn't stop her. I mean,
You're aggressive. I feel like I'd be frightened just a tad at first, right?
Plus, he's blindfolded, so he probably really did think there was a lion on his dick. Oh, shit, what the fuck is that?
Yeah, also, I feel like...
I should have shot him a long while ago.
You start asking... When you feel the grapefruit, you ask some questions, right? You just don't take your blindfold
Never
off.
talk. Never talk again.
You're like, what's that? A panther.
I also like at the end, I like take the blindfold off. I'm like, was I fucking a grapefruit? Did you make me fuck a grapefruit?
I didn't want to do that. Where'd you get that?
Yeah, imagine if I blindfolded my wife, I started sticking hot dogs in her puss. I'm like,
God damn it, that's for Tommy's lunch tomorrow.
Wash the Lunchable off.
And then don't let the boys hear the panther. Traumatized.
Going on with, we also have when Tom gave up after he bought the wrong door. The front door.
Oh, yeah, I remember that, yeah.
Nigerian tugboat story comes in a lot. Squidwall.
Yeah.
Wiener Man, that used to call him back in the day.
Number one caller.
Number one caller.
But not number one, he's the best, but first
caller.
Yeah.
Straight Talks. People miss the Straight Talk.
We're bringing those back. We're bringing those back for 2020.
Tiffany Go-Kart. I remember that video.
Yeah, wow. Yeah, it's just horny people.
First time being pulled over by boat cops.
Well, we had a gun and weed. What could have gone wrong?
You know, if we'd have
and way too much beer.
Federal prison that day, they would have been a lot different life for me.
Yeah.
Tom telling the story of his pop taking a shit after Burger King and running everyone out of the building.
That's a
good pop story.
I feel bad. Don't talk about that.
Sounds like I want to hear
Don't
that
remember that.
Yeah, he drove them all out. It was bad.
It was when I took him for the glider in Mount Dora. He always wanted to go on a glider. But we went to.
We did.
We went to.
He glided right out of his goal.
We went to Roadhouse.
Glided right out of his ass.
He didn't. He wasn't used to. He just ordered the same
Give
thing
me
I
two
did.
steaks and a fried onion.
No, he got the pub burger with the knife in it, and
it's too much for his sensitive body.
He just eats.
No, they went to Roadhouse beforehand.
I'm pretty sure
they went to Burger King to shit.
His entire diet was peanut butter and then maybe a little bit of egg salad every day. That was it. And he eat his big greasy pub burger.
And I think everybody does that, right? Like nobody eats at Burger King. Now we just use it as like a rest stop bathroom. When we have to shit.
Burger King is definitely losing the franchise.
Yeah, everybody just wants to shit there.
Then we got to the glider place, which is just a trailer in the middle of a field because the field is where they take the they launch the glider from. And then he's like, I gotta use the bathroom. And he goes in there, and I kept hearing the toilet flush like 15 times. And then I was like, And then And then he came out, but that's when it was similar to Short Week, our buddy that shit in the bus.
Yeah.
Like when he came out, it just started taking over the whole.
I mean, that happens about once a week in the studio.
And then my eyes were watering. They're like, Pop, let's go look at the gliders. And then we stood outside, and then everybody, the employees, the fucking pilots, came running out. Fucking glider pilot, their whole hippie nerds.
Get out of there! It's gonna blow!
They all ran out, and then no one's inside anymore. We're all standing on the deck, and I was just paralyzed with fear because I didn't want to awkward. I didn't want to be like, this old man shit it up.
Well, you don't have to say that.
You should have stepped away from your pop-up. It's not my dad. I'm this fucking old man shit.
I was afraid
I don't know.
Like one of the pilots were going to say something, he was going to embarrass him. But Papa wouldn't have been embarrassed of anything. He'd never been embarrassed of his life.
Your plane doesn't even have an engine on it. You're gay. He would have said something like that.
We also got a singing ghost of Old Man Johnny Cash.
Oh, yeah, Old Man Cash.
Gapetoberfest, which is probably right around now, right?
Oh, we should send Seth to that.
Hey, would you be a judge for Gapetoberfest?
That I'll do. That's not me.
Well, you got to go to Vegas because
that's worse than the news.
No, it's not.
It ruined Cowboys' reputation.
Paying somebody for sex, it's a stigma. I don't want to.
No, our buddy
going to watch anal gaping is fine.
Our buddy, what's his Bobby Genitals?
Yeah.
He moved to California.
He moved to California. He's in the Las Vegas and LA area. But
so he probably moved Gapetoberfest over there, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, it's in Cali.
Just zooing around.
Yeah.
We need to do more go-to shows.
Yeah, I know, but Tom, like,
it's hard.
You don't like him. I would go, but you don't like him.
It's just in the
you
middle.
Always think we're giving like an inferior product. I mean, right?
Yeah, but people then say I like it, but I'm like, I don't know. I don't think you do. like, I don't even believe it because I'm like, we're just walking around the goddamn zoo. How entertaining is this? But I know you're right.
Yeah.
Because I overthink it. I'm like, no, I can do better than.
Once we get this 10-year done, we'll do it. We'll do it for sure. But.
And now we got those mics too, which makes it less awkward.
Yeah, we have hidden mics now that I bought a couple months ago, or about a month ago.
They're the Panther lavalier mics, so we don't have
All
to.
right, we got cheered.
Tactical, thank you, buddy. You just gave us 10,000 blue diamonds.
All right.
How much is that?
What is that?
Give me one Panther slurp.
Want to get out of here?
Yeah, let's get out of here.
All right, plug some stuff.
Was that like a tip?
It is.
Yes.
I'll plug our...
We're just cam girls.
Just
If I would have known that, I would have been really doing some stuff for the camera.
What are you going to do?
If you set up a
Show 'em
Twitch
the
account, I mean, you
thermos,
can
Seth.
literally thermos it out all night playing video games and just
That's
money's
true.
rolling in. People would pay just to see you eat like your cheat
grapefruit.
meals that you used to bully me with, where it would be him naked, and then he'd send a picture of like a cannoli on his dick, a pizza on his chest.
There's a few
He's got
cannolis
like
on
a sub hat on, like
Like,
all
if
this.
Okay, so I was thinking about this like the other day. Like, if we set up a Twitch cam or gave you a setup, would you do one weekly Twitch show? Man, you could be working out. It could be
You could just be doing traditional karate. You could be traditional karate.
But I'll do that or something
Turtle
else.
cam.
You
Turtle
can
cam.
do
turtle vids or something like that.
anything like
If you guys set up for me, because I
You buying
I
beer
don't.
for your underage niece? Whatever you need to do,
Yeah,
man.
I gotta go do that.
There's rules apparently.
If you guys set it up, because I don't know where the urethra goes and all that stuff. So you guys,
I can do it. I can plug it in for you.
All right, we'll see you guys at the 10-year anniversary. I know
plug Samantha's podcast, please.
Semantics. Who do you got on tonight?
I think our buddy Derek's going to swing by. It's been a
cool.
rough week, very busy, so we didn't really book anybody officially, and then we were like, we haven't hung out with Derek in a while. We're going to have him come over.
That'll
so
be
Derek
awesome.
the Hero is going to be on the show
But
tonight.
subscribe, sign up for her Patreon too, because it really helps out her and Travis. They put a lot of time and effort and their heart and soul into their podcast, and we love it. I listen to it all the time. I haven't even accessed After Party because I haven't had enough time.
Is my episode still number one?
I'll have to go back and check now that Ross was just on last week, so I'll have to check.
But wait till I return. Wait till I return. And this time I return for the full episode as Buddy.
It'll get the listeners.
Yeah, whatever it takes.
Look,
man.
we had a top 5 in the after party.
Whatever it takes. I'll prank call crazy. Butler, anything to plug? You're really into that new room, aren't you? This guy's like
he's been silent. He's been silent the whole time, thinking about how to get into the new room.
You're trying to figure it out.
We'll figure that out. Yeah. No. I mean, just the 10-year man. Push that.
And your
tomorrow.
wife's practice.
And my wife's practice. Absolutely. Health and Motion Chiropractic. Definitely check her out.
I need to go to
drroctor.com.
Yeah, go see her.
No, she's been telling me, and
you know what I bought from her? I bought one of those
Hypervolt.
Hypervolt.
Oh yeah, maybe she can neuro me. With
I've been.
My wife.
With that neuro me meaning she can like.
But
I know what you mean.
You're not coming over.
You know
my
what
wife's
Butler didn't tell me? Butler didn't tell me that the Hypervolt that I bought comes with a dick attachment that goes to the end. It's like yeah, and then I caught my wife putting it on there.
What is she doing?
Yeah,
she put it in her mouth and goes.
The Panther. Seth, plug your gem.
Well, I'm going to plug thehauntedjungle.com first. That is October 19th. So after you're done drinking at that new sponsor place, come on and check out The Haunted Jungle. We do it every year. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's rated. Bring your 13, 14-year-old little kids. It might be scary. But
Can your actors touch people, or is it a non-touching haunted house?
No, we tell them that they can't touch.
Okay, good.
I might touch.
All right, I'm out again.
I'm joking. Depends on who the person passing by is. I might glance a little low. I'm joking. Totally joking. I'm totally joking.
Hey, honey, let's go to Seth's gym. He joked around about touching you.
He'll brush his fingers and get your pussy cracked.
I'm totally joking about that. There's absolutely no touching, but it's
He'll
very,
literally
very
jump out of haunted bushes and start brushing you.
But it's very scary and it's really, really good. We do a really good job with it. Everyone puts in a lot of time and effort, and it's scary and it's good. That's hauntedjungle.com. You can get tickets there. And then also, if you want info on the jungle, that's jungleorlando.com. My karate is karateofororlando.com. And please follow me on Instagram at SilverbackSeth.
You'll see the thermos.
Cool.
Yeah, you will. You will.
So I'm posting a picture today. It might be pretty close to thermos.
Only to rival Carrot Top and his thermos. I wonder who's bigger.
I saw him the other night.
Thermos versus
I don't
thermos.
know.
Yeah.
I've seen the silhouette of both, and it's pretty close.
It's pretty close. You guys might have identical cocks.
He has better shorts than you, Seth.
Yeah.
You got to get some more short shorts.
I have short shorts. I just don't put them
Yeah,
on.
he
It's
is
not
like
comfortable.
booty short.
Yeah, and he wears them low.
Yeah,
It's
low.
almost like there's nothing there.
Because it shows like his deep V, right?
Yeah, he does. He's got a real deep V. His V might be deeper than yours.
He is the
Oh, no,
deepest
yeah.
V.
But it's covered in like weird pimples and stuff.
No.
No, it's
Smooth.
No, it's
Nair.
smooth.
Well,
It's
it's
smooth.
not as bad.
Pasty white because he's a ginger, too.
Yeah. What the fuck is happening?
Well, I have no idea. Guys, we'll see
Happy
you.
10 years, guys.
We'll see you
10 year-
tomorrow night. Everybody come out. It's totally free.
21 and up, bring your IDs.
21 and up, bring IDs, and if you're a BDM, make sure you have that on your phone, ready to access when you want to pick up those gift bags. It really helps us differentiate between, people that are BDMs and people that are not, but everyone is welcome, 100% free. Anything else, buddy?
That's it. We'll see you next week.
Oh, wait a minute. I can't publish that. It's mediocre.
And now it's time for the Tom and Dan end of the show footnotes. Today you heard music from
Subhumans. Off of their brand new Crisis Point album, you heard the song Punk Machine. Now, back in the 80s, they were one of the UK's most influential bands in the anarcho-punk scene. Check out their new record on Pirates Press Records. Next up was new music from the band Set Fire. This is just really good 3-piece hard rock from Boston off of their brand new Treya EP. You heard the song Sacred Song. It's a song. Off of Very Juicy Records, you heard the band Gypsy Temple and their new single Heavy Handed. Now, I have no idea how to classify this band, like hard rock, but there's almost like a southern rock kind of a vibe to it, like traditional classic rock. They're pretty awesome, and strangely, this is my pick of the week. Alternative rock bringing vocals and thick guitars back to the forefront. We closed everything out with new music from Joseph. It's a band, not a guy. Off their brand new Good Luck Kid album, you heard the title track. Please enjoy, and on that note, we'll see you next week.
Everybody plays it cool.